Hello, friends. Welcome to the end. You join us for the finale of Love in the Time of Mechs, our 8-part Lancer AP, which here reaches its thrilling, bloody climax. That's gross. Here's my fabulous cast to introduce themselves, their pilots, and I would like them this week to tell us what the hell they're going to be doing with themselves on a Wednesday from now on, because I need ideas. I'm not looking at Twitch, so I'm going to do it in a random order. I'm going to do it via Zoom. I'm going to start with Anne.
Hi, my name is Anne, XO_Girl Wonder, and today I'll be playing Lex McKenzie, call sign Renegade, who's in a little bit of a pickle. Good thing her mech can drive itself. And what I will be doing on Wednesdays starting next week is I will be planning and going into pre-production for something really fun on this channel. For those of you who remember how I got my start on this channel, Regency Remixed, Good Society, we're bringing it back on the channel for European/UK time zones, so keep it locked. That's what I'm doing. I'm working.
That's a pretty good idea. I approve. Next up is Angela.
Hello there, lovelies. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here for what is sure to be a thrilling conclusion to our story. I am Angela. I use she, her pronouns, and you can catch me in the following Wednesdays, possibly creating my own Lancer game to run off stream, because Darcy may have inspired me to try and do something with this. And yes, I will frame it that way so that it causes Darcy the most emotional harm, because I have an agenda.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, and also I will likely be reevaluating certain things about the first ever homebrew world that I ever created that was originally for 5e, but will likely be getting repurposed in a different era for a Monster Care Squad game that I will be joining for Girls Run These Worlds to run here. I will be running my first ever game here through that game, and I have not gotten to look at the material for that game in a long time, and oh my god, everything about it is pretty and wonderful, and I'm so excited. So yeah, you'll get to look forward to when we finally get to start casting for that in some time. But yeah, I'm super excited about that, and I'm excited to see who will be interested in joining us for that. So that's me.
That's wonderful. That's so exciting. Amelia, hi.
Hello everyone, I'm Amelia. My pronouns are she, her. You could find me on Twitter at am_rids_music. Today I am playing Talia, call sign Flatwound, who also uses she, her. And what I'll be doing Wednesdays after this is what I should be doing right now anyways, which is editing Bring Your Own Mech, another Lancer actual play podcast that I will always be proud that got Darcy into Lancer. So, hell yeah. I have really bad time management.
I'm glad you're going to get some back. I'm glad that we could do that for you by finishing this game. Gask, hi buddy.
Hello! My name is Gaskinator, and I play Fiasco, a pathetic wet slip of a man, and he's here to not die this this encounter. I hope I'm manifesting it. Also, for what I'm doing on Wednesdays, everyone else has such nice professional answers of like new projects they're going to. Wednesdays are my busiest day. I'm just gonna sleep, man. I love you guys. I'll miss you. I'm so glad to not be doing something on a Wednesday evening. The rest of my Wednesdays already booked solid.
Cool. Good to know. I have now adjusted the order in which I'm going to target you and kill you first, so that's useful information. Thank you so much, everybody. And of course, I'm JC Darcy. I'm your cruel and unusual GM, and the next 2 Wednesdays, yeah, I'm just going to keep running Lancer. I'm going to run some Lancer as well. I have a problem. But for now, one last time, previously on Love in the Time of Mechs. The Harbingers have begun their final mission, infiltrating a House Sand flagship in order to upload a digikey that will take down all attached systems for a short period of time in a rather large radius. With the blockade thus rendered inoperable, your new friends and allies hope to reach the planet below, and there they will reunite with their teammate and begin the next stage of their plan to lift the blockade in a more permanent fashion. Getting aboard was pretty simple. Finding a hangar bay with a workable terminal, trivial. Installing the digikey, that's where the problems start. Renegade found herself alone, isolated from her friends, and trapped, quickly becoming surrounded by an unknown gas. Out in the hangar bay, Lady Agori's trap is sprung, and a gargantuan mech now approaches, ready to attempt to stop the Harbingers from completing the upload they so desperately need to achieve. But let that scene fade away for a moment. Let that image dissolve and be replaced by this. Another hangar bay. Smaller, warmly lit, bustling with activity. A row of gleaming mechs boot up one by one. Pilots perform their final checks and mount up. And one woman stands alone on the sidelines, watching this familiar routine play out without her. Ariadne, you cannot join your team for this mission. The injury you sustained wasn't serious, but it left your hand unusable, and piloting a mech in your role takes everything you got. As you watch the hubbub pilot approaches, Perry throws her arms around you in a jovial hug, but when she pulls back, you can tell the smile on her face is fairly forced. Hey, don't worry. Promise we won't have too much fun without you.
I'm sure you'll actually have a lot more fun with me not worrying about all of you, but
No.
come on.
We know you'll be worrying about us. We just won't be able to tell you to stop.
I know. I'm trying my best not to actively worry all the time about every single one of you. It's been a bit of a pain not doing that, considering how many risks all of you take.
If this is your best, I would hate to see your worst. Hey, come on, chin up. She gives you like a really light punch on the shoulder. Next time you'll be right out there with us.
And yeah, sure. I'm sure Temperance and Magus are going to be fond of me being like right on your ass about all of this.
I think they're just happy they get to teach me the ropes without you interfering.
I'm not interfering. It's not interfering if you're helping someone learn the ropes in a very.
She like reaches out
way.
and like grabs your face and like does a smush so that you can't actually stops you talking. She's like,
you're pulling my chain, aren't you?
It's fun. You can blame me.
I'm sorry about all of this.
Hey, it happens.
I really thought that freighter was a lot smaller than it actually was.
I know. You were wrong. It is what it is.
I'm sadly more wrong than I would like it to be.
Well, if that's as wrong as you ever get, if that's the worst mistake you make, then you're doing okay. We're all doing okay.
Considering y'all's track record without me, I find that only a little bit hard to believe.
Hey, this is my first mission. I don't have a track record, okay? You get to judge me when we get back, not a moment before.
Yeah. I will make certain to judge you as best I can at all times.
I look forward to it. I love a good judging.
You are a tease, you know that?
Yes, I do. All right. They're calling me. I gotta go. See you soon?
Yeah, I'll see you soon. And maybe we could talk alone when you get back.
Ooh. Sounds enticing.
She like entirely like any sense of trying to keep it together just kind of fades. It's a mixture of both worry and also she's genuinely like, it's warm. Her cheeks are red. She is fawning as best she can. This is a gal who has it bad.
She sees it. She's been aware for a while, but she's enjoyed the attention and enjoyed the teasing. But her face softens for a moment. She says, "Well, now I just have all the more reason to come back." Well, they are, Scrapper. She turns. She runs. And those are the last words that you hear her say. here, now, you are in danger. Welcome to your final confrontation. This is a sit rep. This is a holdout. You are going to do 6 rounds of combat. All you have to do is survive. Simple. If at the end of 6 rounds of combat, you have less than 4 points worth of enemies adjacent to the room where Renegade is, you win. You've bought enough time, the digikey is uploaded, and your escape is assured. If by the end of 6 rounds, there are 4 points worth of enemies adjacent to that room, your plan fails. Your fate at that point is uncertain. So, I'd also like to point out, we will be doing initiative as normal, even though we have 1 Lancer outside of her mech. Renegade, you can take your turn as your mech normally would. I will say in that turn, you as a pilot can perform 1 extended narrative action, and we'll negotiate what that means in terms of what you want to achieve, or 2 brief actions. Or you can mix and match and designate Firestorm to do something with your mech. We're mixing narrative and combat here a little bit. I haven't seen it done. I just wanted to try it. So we're going to be flexible, but we're also going to be realistic. With that in mind,
I have a question about that.
Go ahead.
Does my Technophile talent affect that in any way? Because it does say that Firestorm can pilot Secondhand Hope on their own.
Yes. How would you like that to work in terms of standing orders? Like, what would Firestorm automatically do?
Well, I mean, I feel like Firestorm would at least know who the
It can recognize hostiles.
Well, what I mean is recognize allies, right? So
Absolutely.
If I say, provide cover fire for the team,
Yeah.
as a standing order.
Yeah. I think we can agree that you would have like predetermined, you know, if you play Baldur's Gate and you can set like the AI for each of your party members, like a set of rules, like this is the baseline of what I will follow. I think if you want them to do anything more elaborate than that, that would require you taking a full turn.
Would I be required to take some sort of action to kind of check what is going on outside to be able to change my orders?
Well, let's have a look at where you are. You are in this room down the bottom, and you do have large windows on either side of the door. The green is where I failed to put a door in Dungeon Draft and just had to draw a little thing on Foundry, sorry. But on either side, you do have large windows. And also on this side as well, we'll say there's a window here. This is like the control terminal for this hangar bay, so somebody usually would sit here and like observe what's going on and where things are being moved to. So you've got pretty decent vision. I won't say that will take an action. You can just see what's going on.
Okay. Does the door have a window? Like, could I look through the door? And
the door itself, no.
Does not. Okay, cool. I'm ready.
Cool. So, Harbingers, what would you like to do? Not that you've been thinking about it. Look at Amelia's grin.
I really want to go first. I really want to go first.
Take the first move, I think. I think you have the strong sense, unless Lex has something he wants to do.
It would help support Flatwound's move. There are things I could attempt, to either give Flatwound accuracy, or help them suck at saving.
It's only one save that they could make out of 7 things that I want to do.
I just want to offer support because I want you to feel as badass as possible.
I appreciate it, but I think this is going to be sufficiently badass. I've been dreaming about this turn for weeks.
Okay, I think Amelia has made the case for let her go first. Let's let Flatwound go wild. Just go feral.
So first off, I recognize. Would I recognize off the bat Lady Agora? I already forget her name.
You made it up. How could you? I will say that the cockpit of the mech is pretty clouded. It's not super clear who is piloting it.
Okay, but I would recognize that this is obviously house sand nonsense.
Yeah, very much. Every single one of these mechs. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. While all that was happening, some more mechs joined as well. Sorry, forgot to point that out. Jeez. They bear a combination of house sand and house stone, like livery decals. But yeah, the Gog Magog, as you so correctly point out, is in fact called. What was that? What was that? What did you say, Amelia? What did you say to your GM at the top of
Kill
combat?
6 billion demons. I hate it. Actually, no, I love it. But...
Yeah, that's what I thought. You do recognize that one is definitely painted house sand colors, 100%.
Okay. Talia, kind of realizing the situation, is going to take it like a gentle step forward and then really just take out the bass guitar. Okay, I have to remember all this shit that I want to do because it's a lot. First, I'm going to boost and move, and my move is 4, so I can go a total of 8. That'll put me right there. Let's do right there. Okay. So that's move. I've boosted.
Mm-hmm.
As part of that, I'm going to Valiant Charge, which I can move double my speed. I have to end next to someone, but whoever I do, they're slowed.
Look at the teeny tiny Caliban going up against the great big Goliath. I love it so much.
You will not catch my half-size ass mech doing that.
And like all this time, like I'm guessing like whatever, like spouting some like taunts, like again, size 3 versus teeny tiny little baby. So they're slowed. I'm going to ram them because Caliban, I count as size 3 when inflicting knockback with anything.
Yeah.
So, and because I have Juggernaut, this is coming in at +1 accuracy, and I knock you back 3 spaces directly away from me.
Okay.
So, I don't have a ram macro on here, so roll 1d20. Oh, and this is a melee attack.
It is.
And I have Pancrati 1, so it's another, it's a 2d6 KH1. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 against evasion? Yeah. It's a Goliath. Yeah.
So I knock it back. I'm guessing I knock it back directly into a wall, which means 2 things happen. I have Pursue Prey,
happy for you right now.
Which means I get to move that equal distance towards it.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's up against a wall, I have Wrecking Ball, or whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. I need you to make a hull save.
Okay, absolutely. I'm just checking how good my hull is.
It's a Goliath. It's very good.
It's very good. I'm just checking if I put anything on it. It's not just a regular Goliath, just so you know. Hull save. I can do that for you. That's only a 13.
13. My save is 12.
Good enough.
I believe... Okay, yeah. So, bummer. Didn't go off, but... So I rammed.
Mm-hmm. You moved, you boosted.
Does it? No, it doesn't take damage. Okay. And then because I can do more shit, I'm going to overcharge. 1 heat, and I'm going to smack it with the bass guitar.
Obviously. What else would you do?
Absolutely, yeah. Again, this is... Oh, it's prone, I forgot. Yeah, so I get another accuracy, and Pancrati, so that's 2 total.
How many accuracy are you rolling with?
2, because it's
okay.
Yeah. That's a 21 total.
Okay.
10 damage.
You have to move back. I don't like your setup, your computer, the vibes wherever you are. Make it stop. Make it stop. Fine. That's fine. So, 10 damage, fuck's sake. That's fine. Cool.
I support this.
And then, because I could do more shit, I
Of
dealt
course you
damage
can.
with a melee attack. Jägerkunst too. I need
Double
you to
damage?
roll. No, it's not double damage.
Oh.
I need you to roll a hull or agility check, whichever your preference.
I think I'm gonna go with hull. Is it
Not
a 4
agility?
or is it a
Besides
-2? What do you think, guys? F's in the
Mm.
chat. Oh my.
I'm gonna
This
roll
is what you've
physical
done.
dice.
This is what you've done. Amelia now rolls well, and I roll 3s. This is what happens. That's a 7.
Okay. That is a 20 total from me. So, 2 things can happen. You can either take the L, or you can force a reroll.
No, I'm gonna force the reroll.
Is this
Okay,
everything you dreamed of, Amelia?
Yes, you take 2 AP kinetic damage to force this reroll.
Okay, that's fine.
That's a 21 total from me.
I hate you so much right now, but I'm so happy that you're so happy. 21. Okay, so how many damage?
Well, okay. Do you want to reroll it again?
No.
Or no?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'll take the L. I know when I'm beaten, Amelia.
Okay. I'm doing so much cool shit. I'm so happy. Okay, where is it? I'm sorry. I'm taking a million years. I just
No.
Atlas.
This is what this session is for. Don't worry.
All right. You take you're knocked prone again, even though you already were. You get knocked back 3 spaces, which you can't because you're up against a wall,
Mhm.
and you take 1d6 kinetic damage.
1d6. That's fine. You rolling that?
Sure. Why not?
Why not?
That's a 4.
Okay, that's fine. This is all fine. You good?
I technically have extra movement.
Do you need it?
You know,
Can you
I'm
use that extra movement to do the
Okay.
Fortnite default dance as a taunt?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Um,
write that into the rules. You can now do that.
I'm
So
gonna-
I can't take Overwatch on you if you move because you slowed me.
You can really? What?
I can't take a reaction, right?
That's like grappled or it's slowed.
Is
You're
that
fine.
impaired? No, okay.
So I will move away. I will get this Overwatch, but
You will
because
take
I have
Overwatch.
hardpoint reinforcement, I have resistance against whatever you do to me.
I mean, you say that. There we go. Target. So its Overwatch is just going to be a nice drum shotgun. We love those. Slowed. That's a hit. 5 kinetic.
That is, I
2.
think so. Armor,
3. Roll up. 3.
armor, and then 2. Whatever. 'Cause I have 2 armor. What is going on?
Yeah,
I think I did
that's
this.
fine.
It's resistance and then no, it's armor and then resistance. So
Armor and then resistance, yeah.
halved. I take 1 damage.
Yeah, you always have to take at least 1 even with resistance. That's pretty true across a lot of systems.
And I just interrupt to say that there was a fun little sexy message there that we met a follower goal of 420, which is
Way!
Nice.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much.
it's cause Amelia's doing some hot girl shit, that's why.
Come for the hot girls, stay for the hot Mechs.
And that's my turn. I think that was
Is
a
that
long
all?
one. I
Is
think
that
is.
all?
I moved. I boosted. I rammed. I knocked back. I did a lot of shit.
Mm,
I think I'm good. I think I'm good
cool. Cool.
for now.
Okay, cool. So now,
Oh no, this is why I wanted Amelia to take as long as possible.
so that this would never happen. The whole session would just be Amelia's
If
turn.
Amelia finishes them off in one turn, then we don't get attacked. You see?
Oh, so here's a thing that I forgot. I'm just gonna re-roll all those saves that I made, because I should have been able to do them twice.
Wait, saves or checks?
Both.
Ah, fucking hell.
Jason does it twice on all saves and mech skill checks and rolled the higher results. So remind me what I rolled.
For the Jägerkunst?
I rolled 2 holes. Right?
You did, yes.
So there's another one. That's the first one re-rolled. Oh, didn't I already make the first one? Made one of
the
them.
hull save, yeah, you made the hull save, and then everything else was the Jaegerkunst checks,
Okay.
which still doesn't beat me.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I
Cool,
rolled
good
a
to know.
20 and 21.
Good to know. So now it's the Goliath's turn. Range 5. Are you within 5? Oh, you definitely are. It's gonna level the drum shotgun at you again. And since you are the only one in range, unfortunately, you're gonna get it twice. So that one's a miss. And that one is a hit. 5, which we have established goes down to 1.
That was only on my turn. Now it's just 3 because I don't
Beautiful.
have resistance.
Beautiful. And then what happens? That's fine. Oh, at the start of... Oh, so when do I lose slowed? At the end of its turn?
I believe until the end of your next turn, and you have to use all your movement in order to get up from prone.
See, what's going to happen is not that, because I don't like that. And what I've done is I've built an ultra, so at the start of my turn, I just get to clear that. I just get to clear prone.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that as the person who wants prone.
Sorry. And that's the end of that turn. It's back to you guys. You
Yeah,
didn't plan
do
this
you want to
part.
take it?
I mean, you got plans too, don't you, Angela?
I'm slightly waiting to see if any other friends join us, because I'm best against either single target or a group, and right now, Flatwound is kind of focusing the Goliath. So
Okay.
you probably have more range than I do, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So there's something
absolutely.
you can do more immediately.
So yeah, you want them to pull closer, so you don't have to like boost to get them. Okay. I can go next then.
Okay.
Oh, it's the adequate's turn. Unless, Anne, do you have any plans?
I mean, I'm mostly doing like hacks and background things to kind of help support. So, I mean, like, I'm a little bit panicking internally right now, so if you have something cool you want to do.
I mean, I have something I want to do. Whether it's cool or not remains to be seen by a dice roll. Okay. So I got a new frame. We're fighting on it for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So I activate protocol first off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do that. So that means for the rest of the scene, anytime I move, I leave a little holographic mini me behind. Well, not mini. Well, I am mini. So, same size, immunity, blah, 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 blah. And if people move near it, through it, whatever, it takes damage, and I can teleport to them as a quick action. When I'm moving, I'm invisible. And I'm also really fragile, so I'm not going to be moving towards them, I don't think. So, my speed is now 7, so I'm going to take this movement, and I'm going to spread out a little bit, I think. So we're not all clumped. Maybe to the right? Yeah, and then I'm going to take on that big guy to the right, I think.
Cool.
Is there any point to flying in this environment? Or
It's
we
pretty
just...
clear on the ground.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I will say that things like this are hardcover, and these littler boxes are softcover, should you decide to use them.
I shall, probably, at some point.
At some point.
When I want to run away like a little coward. Like the little string bean that I am. Okay, so then how far away am I? Yeah, 10. Perfect. But also to boost some heat because I'm not flying, I can use my... Oh my god. My burst launcher, main launcher, blah 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 blah. It's got 15. And then target becomes impaired on a crit. Okay, so burst launcher.
Do it.
Yeah. Okay. How do I target the guys again?
If you double right click, I believe.
Got him. Okay, but that's his basic attack.
There is.
Then if you go into your sheet and hit the dice next to it, it will roll using that one.
Yes, I see.
Yes.
Then I have accuracy ticked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That
yes, it
probably
is an
comes from the
accurate
weapon.
weapon. Yes! Oh, perfect. Oh, it's arcing too. I could have hid. I could have been a little coward. Okay,
Still
next
can.
time. And roll. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, no.
That's a
I
hit.
was looking at the 2 at the bottom. I saw a
Nope.
2 and a 1.
That's great. I love that. So 2 explosive and 1 heat.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got the archer selected. That's support. 1 heat and 2 damage. Perfect.
And then,
Also, please heat the mechs up. I love that.
yeah, will do.
Well
I'm also
done.
gonna try and heat myself up too. Okay. That means I get another attack, right? That was a quick action?
If that was 1 weapon, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Then oh, pistol's too short. We get our what is it? The missile rack.
Oh yeah.
Still targeting him. This one isn't accurate, so we'll see.
That's a crit.
Yeah! Couldn't get that on the one that did stuff when it crits. Okay. Then, yeah, the reaction's the only thing left. Nothing's triggered that. So, that is my turn. I did
Beautiful.
some little damage. I did a beep, beep, boop.
You did real good. There's you've been Fiasco, and now it is the Goliath's turn again. Gods above, I love ultras. Then it's going to clear its other conditions, so it's no longer slowed. It's going to move a little bit, just a little bit. Doesn't have much speed.
Overwatch.
It's not moving away from you, it's moving towards you.
I have
then-
it's threat 3 for the shotgun.
Go for it.
Where are you? I have to pull it up every time.
I'll tell you
And-
what's
oh,
going to
it-
happen in the meantime, if you like. Have you got it?
Okay, this is inaccurate. It's just inaccurate because nothing. Oh wait, I have Do I have the QCB thing? Yes, I do. Okay, this is a flat roll. 15.
That hits.
You're knocked back 2 and take 6 damage.
I see a pattern emerging, Amelia. That's fine. 8, that's fine. Cool. Where is its senses? That's what I really wanted to know. Perfect. You are exactly within senses. So
No!
what?
Can you knock it
It's
back a little more?
It's fine. Don't panic. It's
tried.
gonna be fine. You really should have hid. So you are invaded. A tech attack happens. You see the sparkle of like electricity and code just rush across your screen. You've never seen anything like it. And from now on, anytime you take an attack against any character other than the Goliath, not from now on, until the end of its next turn, you will roll with 3 difficulty.
So it's like a taunt.
Hit me. I want you to do it. I want you to do it. Hit me.
Oh god, no.
And then its second quick action is it is going to try to
Oh,
pin you,
jeez.
Amelia. You are still within 2. Absolutely, you are. When I say try, it just happens. You are immobilized and impaired until you damage it, or other things happen, which aren't going to happen. So you are immobilized and impaired until you hit it. And that, I believe, is that. Back to you guys.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go next unless Valkyrie has things.
Take your turn.
Okay. I'm not. Okay. Okay. It's fine. Everything's fine.
This is fine.
This is absolutely fine. I'm going to activate. Sorry, I'm not nervous, not at all. I'm going to activate Secondhand Hope's protocol, and by I mean Firestorm, my NHP. So let me see. How do I? Oh, I guess there's. Oh, here it is. Boom.
Boom.
Consume your mech's core power. There you go. I get free shots that don't count as an attack. Excellent. So that's a free action. I am going to, I would like to do an invade. Yeah, do I want to do an invade? Yes, I would like to do an invade action on the... It just has to be, the range is sensors, correct? I probably can't get that.
Or
For like invade, for the invade action.
I believe so.
Okay, I'm just thinking. No, it's fine. I'm not. Yes, I do. Okay, I'm gonna do a little shuffle. Actually, I'm gonna move first. Whoop. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Come on, Foundry, please. I'm not nervous. I have how many movements?
Depending on what quick tech you're doing, it will stay either sensors or sensors and line of sight.
Oh, okay. That makes...
I think that's everybody.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Hold on. What? I know what my speed is. Oh, I have 5 speed. Yay. Agility. Okay, I'm gonna go this way, maybe. Oop. Wait, hold on. I need to make sure I actually... No! That... God damn it. Okay, I know what I'm doing. It's fine. I'm gonna go here. Oh, wait. How do you move the thing again on Foundry? I'm not nervous. Okay.
You should have the square box ticked. So that's at the top left, and that will make you move it. If you've got a ruler selected, it won't work. I do that all the time.
Yeah, sorry. I was doing a derp. Okay. That's movement. Okay. I just need to double check that I moved close enough. Okay. Wait, what? Hold on. Is that close enough? Oh no. Did I screw up my movement?
You are within 10 of the glide.
Okay, no wait. I know what I'm doing. Okay, it's fine. I would like to do an invade. Yes, that's what I would like to do. I would like to do an invade. So I'm going to go into my mech and do the thing.
Do the thing.
Where's the button for hacking? I don't know where. I can just target it and do the invade, correct? I don't.
Yep.
Oh, here it is. Here's the invade button. I have a question for my hacker talent. So, does snow crash happen and then I can pick one of my invade options, or is it one or the other?
Let me pull it up real quick. Any hackers in the chat? Hacker. Snow crash. When you hit with a tech attack, that consumes lock-on. So you would need to consume lock-on to use Snow Crash.
Yes, so I just want to make sure I get the order of operations correct.
Yes.
Okay, so I will put a lock-on to make sure that's a thing.
Yep, that's one quick attack.
I'm going to attempt a disable life support.
Okay.
That sounds so brutal, just the name of the move.
Welcome to Lanza.
Oh boy. Okay, does a 10 hit?
It's evasion. I believe it does. Yes. E-defense, yes.
It's E-defense. Okay,
yep.
Cool.
For quick reference, it's E-defense and its evasion are both 6.
Okay, cool. Okay, big boy. You have a +1 difficulty on all saves until the life support system is rebooted.
Cool. Love that for us.
And Snow Crash.
I would like to fire my Omni gun and because the protocol is activated, I can do it 3 times as a free action, and it
So
does
hold on.
not.
Did you consume lock on?
I did.
You did.
Oh. I meant to, but I didn't. Like, I didn't do the thing.
It's fine.
Okay.
So you did 2 quick attacks. You did 2 quick attacks.
Oh, I do want to say that you have a choice if it will take 2 heat or be pushed back 3 spaces.
It will be pushed back because it can't be pushed back.
Okay. That's a bummer.
So that's 2 quick attacks.
I
Are
would
you
like
overclocking to use a third?
do I want to? I just want to take some free shots at it. My Omni gun I can do 3 times around, and it's at the end of my turn, so I'm gonna.
Beautiful.
Is there a button for that?
I don't know. I can't follow everybody's stuff.
No. It's me just scrambling, but it basically does 1 armor-piercing kinetic damage, but I can do it 3 times on my turn, so it does 3.
Oh, the fucking Omni gun? Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't count as an attack or anything, and I can't.
Yeah, it's just a fucking Shopti. Yep, that's cool. Once per round, free action, use it to deal 1 AP kinetic damage. Beautiful.
But my protocol is activated, so I can actually do it 3 times. So I'm doing it 3 times.
Beautiful. So are you doing it 3 straight shots at the Goliath?
It's not a reaction, it's just at the end of my turn, so I might as well.
So you're hitting all 3 directly at that?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I also want to do a thing because there's gas leaking in the room. Can I? Is that happening on my turn, or is that a separate thing?
Would you say that all of that was pre-programmed into Secondhand Hope? That Firestorm would do all of that without prompting from you?
I would say it's one of those things.
Okay.
Just I feel like it fits under the provide cover fire for your allies.
Yeah, absolutely, go for it. So you're in a room. The door has slammed shut. Lady Agori's face has appeared before you.
Is it gone? Because she's probably traumatized.
Oh, she's gone now, yeah.
Okay.
It flashed up. She said whatever bullshit villain line she said, and then the thing shut down.
I would like to hack the system to close the vents. That's what I would like to do.
Okie dokie. Make a hack or fix roll.
Cool. As a side note, do I know if it's some kind of poisonous gas?
After a while, after it starts filling the room, your hard suit will tell you that you are protected for now. It is filtering out the harmful gas.
I'm not wearing a hard suit. I'm wearing just a stealth suit. I don't know if it would filter. It's
a hard suit with extra capabilities.
Oh, okay, cool.
It has basic life support, so it will filter out a certain degree of bad stuff, but it's definitely telling you, hey, I am having to do this work. If this gets into your suit or it overloads this system, this is going to hurt.
This is a problem.
It's definitely a problem.
Yep.
You turn and start frantically typing into this input, frantically trying to find some system that will shut down these vents. This system is labyrinthine. It is tip-top house sans security, and it doesn't take a genius to know that House Stone doesn't usually have that. Somebody has come in and installed this on purpose.
It's like they knew I was coming. God damn it.
If you telegraphed your every move across the system, who'd have thunk it?
What? We're so stealthy and cool and sexy.
Beautiful.
Speaking of sexy, the chat is living for your villain arc, Darcy.
Happy to serve. This is who I really am. If you want me to guest stream as your hot villain, I'm here for you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go into comms and say, I think I have a bit of a problem. Gonna take a while for me to get back in the fight.
Do you need a drink of water?
Don't worry about it. Firestorm's driving my mech, and then the comms cut off.
Beautiful. So next up, has my support been? No, my support hasn't been. Let's see what he can do. Also, as a reminder, again, you do have Trixie and Thirst Trap, and they can do some things for you if you would like them to. Range 5. Who's within range 5? Oh, look, it's you, Amelia. What a surprise. I would like you to make me an agility save, please.
Oh, that's like the one thing I'm good at.
You say that in a foreshadowing way.
No. Darcy lies. This is gonna be great.
That's a
I
21
believe in
total.
You're rolling real dice. I hate you so much. Fine.
I'll take a photo. I forgot. It's just easier on here.
What happens is this machine, which is kind of like trailing the Goliath like a loyal little puppy, a little gun pops out and lowers, and it aims at you and sprays sealant liquid at you. You escape it. You manage to brush most of it off of your mech, but whatever happens, succeed or fail, a burst one area around you is now difficult terrain.
And I'm already immobilized. It's
Well, even if you get yourself up, you're not going anywhere. Let me draw a lovely little burst one around you. That'll do. It's not my best work, but look at all the shits I give.
why the fuck is it every Lancer game I somehow end up surrounded by slime?
Can you make a little slime angel in it?
Slurp, slurp.
Oh wait, you're immobilized, not prone.
And it's gonna deploy its restock drone. I don't have a thing for that, so just imagine it like in between it and the Goliath. There's a drone hovering in space. You can target it, you can attack it. That's good. That's all I'm gonna do. That's the support. Back to you guys.
Wait, so we can't attack the restock drone?
No, you can.
Okay, good to know.
Oh,
Valkyrie?
yeah, Valkyrie.
There's
Where
you.
specifically is the drone located?
I will do yet another lovely little drawing just for you. It's there. It is, I can give you its stats. It is size half. It has 5 HP, 10 evasion, 10 E defense.
Valkyrie is just going to quickly go over the comms. Renegade, do you want us to help you immediately, or do you want Trixie or Thirst Trap to come in and help you? Do you want me to get you out now? We need to know this immediately.
If you can, send Trixie in for backup.
Okay. Okay. Free action, use leadership die. Trixie, do whatever you can to get Renegade out of there immediately.
Righto. Do you want her to
Alrighty.
take her turn and try and do that?
I'm going to take my turn. As a free action on my turn, I'm using leadership.
Perfect.
So she is going to have an accuracy to anything she does to try and fulfill that, unless she wants to give it back to me.
No,
So
no problem.
I will move my 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then I'm going to boost. So 1, 5. And then I just need to double check.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do you know?
That support is not quite within 5.
The support on the right?
Yeah, the big boy.
Okay. Well,
This
what
way.
about the drone, though?
Oh, the drone is.
Okay. Then Valkyrie's, the Echo Mech is just going to, as she boosts across, she like drags her crystalline nanocarbon sword across the ground, and it's like a pair of phoenix wings emerge out of the mech, and she is going to use each of the feathers in them and omni grapple all 3 of them.
Yeah, that's some dope ass shit. What am I rolling?
Okay. I'm gonna put it up in a minute. This is exactly what this thing is designed to do. Okay, hopefully. Yeah. I think that comes through. So affected characters must succeed in a hull save or take 2d6 kinetic damage and be knocked prone, then pulled adjacent to you, or as close as
Beautiful.
possible, and they become immobilized till the end of the next turn. On a success, they
is-
take half damage.
What is your save?
I am double checking that right now. Save is, I believe, 11.
Okay.
So it's
the
not high.
Support fails. The Goliath gets to roll it twice, which is good. Oh my god.
Is there
It has difficulty as well.
Wouldn't matter. It's a 7 and a 9. And
The drone.
The drone, I think, just automatically fails because it's a drone.
Yeah. So basically, it's just 3 feathers, and she says, "You are not taking my team out." And she just pulls all 3 of them right close to her, and I get to roll 2d6 for damage.
Beautiful. So they are immobilized?
Yep. All 3 of them are immobilized until the end of their next turn, and they're all knocked prone, and they are all
Nice.
adjacent to me.
They all move adjacent to you?
Yes.
Fantastic.
And
I mean,
that is 11 kinetic damage to all 3 of them.
that's okay. That's decent.
Did the drone not have like 5 HP?
Yeah, that takes out the drone immediately. I'm trying to delete it, but we'll just remember it wasn't that.
Yeah, I
11 brave.
basically she just lets out the cables, and as the feathers like pull into all 3 of them, they just fracture and split into crystals and dig into all 3 of them.
That.
And she's like, basically she like points up the finger on the mech and is like, "You're mine." On the big Goliath.
I love it.
All 3 of them are next to me now. So this is going to be a time for me. Well, the drone is
would
gone,
like you
but
to
the other
explain again to me the thing that means you're not a smaller character than it.
2. I'm pulling that up right now just to make it clear.
Oh.
So Echo, one of the systems that I put up is synthetic muscle netting. You may ram targets larger than you, and when you grapple or ram larger targets, you count as the same size as the largest opponent.
Is that a grapple?
It is technically a grapple, however, and the other thing, when you grapple or ram opponents of the same size or smaller, you can at least one size larger. Hold on.
It's not a real.
It's not technically a grapple.
I don't think it is. I don't think that works against him, unfortunately. But it's cool. It's good. You've separated him from his buddy. That might still prove useful.
Yeah. Omni Harpoon. It just says I can pull you and knock you prone.
Well, it cannot be pulled by creatures that are smaller than it. So in that instance, I don't think that would override it. But
I think I count. Oh wait, you're right, because it's not technically a grapple, like you said. It is.
Technically a grapple.
It is a feature of my mech. It is not technically a grapple. I would have to use my grapple cable to do that, not the harpoon.
It is still, so you pulled a little archer guy close to you. That's a great move, and it is still like raked by these vibrant, radiant phoenix wings. It is still scored across the chest, across the plating. You have taken the first point of structure off of this Goliath.
I can't pull it. I can't knock it prone, but I can deal damage. That's something. No matter what, it's still helping. That's my turn. That's everything I can do for right now.
You did great. It
Just
rolls
click
twice.
That little destroy button.
I'm explaining what's happening, lady. It rolls twice because it's not trying to taste the best result, but you still do manage to destroy one system. I'm clicking the button, nothing's happening. There we go. Weapons on 1 mount. Oh, I hate that. I really hate that. It only has 1 mount. Cool. All right. Great time. It's now
I love Blackbeard. I'm just going to state that for the record. I love the Blackbeard.
So good. So it is now the archer's turn, and he doesn't like being there, but what can he do? Who should he take a shot at? Okay. It is going to level its sights at you, Amelia, and you are going to be suppressed. You are now impaired. Sorry about it. Wait, are you already impaired?
I was already impaired.
In that case, it's going to aim at you, Angela. Now you're impaired. How'd you like them apples?
What did it use in order to do that?
It used a quick action called Suppress. Chooses a target within a line of sight and range 10. You become impaired, and it gains a moving target reaction.
Oh.
Which, it's fine. It's fine. Don't need to worry about that. And then it is going to take a little shot at you, which is not ideal because you are so close. It's not going to risk an Overwatch.
Risk the biscuit.
No. And I'll tell you for why. Pew pew pew! That is a hit. 5 kinetic damage.
It's only 4 because I have armor.
I feel like that should have a difficulty on it because you're engaged.
Yeah. I think that's accurate, yeah.
Yeah, it's because
Okay, not accurate, the tag.
Inaccurate, if anything. It's because I didn't put... I was thinking, yeah, it'll roll it automatically. I didn't put the engage tag on the thing, so let's just roll... 1d6. doesn't work, I'll just do it myself. That's just ridiculous. How dare you?
It made us zoom in just to see that
Well-
you did that.
See my fail.
Yeah.
D6, D6. Come on, pretties. Do me an honor. It's a 3, so it's actually only a 9 to hit. Gonna guess that it does not.
For
Okay.
against me?
Yeah.
No,
Is
I
your
believe that
evasion?
still hits.
Oh, beautiful. There you go then. 5
My
kinetic
evasion is
damage.
only an 8. That still hits.
Good to know. 5 kinetic. That's the archer's turn. You've got Trixie and Thirst Trap. Trixie. I think what Trixie is going to do is move to the door and attempt to hack it. Attempt to get it open for your girl Renegade. So I'm just going to make, because she's in her mech, I'm not going to use her trigger. I'm just going to make a tech attack against the door.
She has an accuracy from the leadership die.
She does. Technically, okay, let's roll that. For some reason, I'm still targeting you. I'm sorry about that. She's not trying to tech attack you.
I'm okay
Oh my
with her
God, the
not
betrayal.
attacking me. That would be great right
So
now.
she rolled a 9, but with the leadership die, I'm going to roll a d6 and add it. And even if I rolled a 1, it would succeed. So in Trixie's entire turn is stood hacking this door. But after a moment, Renegade, you hear a hiss behind you and a thunk, and the door has opened about that much. It doesn't give you an escape route, but it does mean that you've got some ventilation. The gas is not going to pile up quite as bad. And you've got an opening. You've got something you can work with. And then this Thirst Trap, who... he's having a blast. I don't know what to tell you. He's about to have a real good time. He lifts off with his jump jets, and I think he's going to come over here-ish. He's going to sort of follow you, Fiasco.
No, why?
I can't imagine why. I can't imagine why he would want to stay close to you. Can't you?
I get that it's the lovey-dovey, but also I don't want anyone near me. Don't make me a target in this game.
Respect my personal distance.
Personal bubble is 5 spaces away from me, please.
All he's gonna do... we got a 10. He is just gonna drop... where have you got the First Trap? He is just gonna drop his missile launcher on the big boy. Making sure I've got everybody targeted correctly. Missile launcher, go! Pew! That's a hit with a 6, my goodness.
Oh, Jesus.
4 damage. Okay. That brings us back to the top of the round. Several things are going to happen here. They're going to
Does
require
that
me
say
to...
barrel roll?
It did say barrel roll. I don't know why it keeps broadcasting that because it's irrelevant. But it happened. He didn't barrel roll. It is charged. I'm going to take some damage off Gogmagog. What did I say? 4. So that's 20. Okay.
Gog, I hate it.
Gogmagog. You love it. You know you do.
Gogagog did nothing wrong.
Absolutely nothing.
Did everything wrong. They all did
The name
wrong.
sounds like when you're trying to talk underwater.
So that was that, and this is this. And what happens now is that this door over here on this side, leading to Dock F, slides open at the top of round 2. And another 2 of these boys, and one of these boys emerges. So that's fun.
Oh no. Is that what I think it is?
Depends what you think it is.
It is
It's
God damn it.
it's a goddamn lance and a shield. I'm already scared.
No, it's
super
just some
cool.
Castlevania assets that got lost. It's okay.
This is I am not good enough at this game to like put together a really tight, cohesive, like really strong encounter where everybody has like synchronicity and works. I just look through the book and go, that looks fucking rad. I want to play with those. That's how I do it.
That's so
So-
valid.
Back at the top of the round. How are you feeling, Flatwound?
Well, I'm stuck. I don't know how long the immobilization or impairment lasts. I'm surrounded by white goop in front of... I feel like no matter how I'm going to spin this is going to be overly sexual. So I'm surrounded by 2 mass...
Yeah. Just no. Look, you're among friends. Just commit.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That also might describe the situation as well. You're among
Indeed, you are definitely not amongst friends in this scenario.
Flatwoods! I mean, did a lot of damage. That was cool.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. When was the last time you saw a mech like this that round?
This is probably back a few months ago, back on her home planet, whatever that may be.
Was it in the rear view of a ship taking off from this planet?
Not this planet. This planet specifically, I don't know.
You are not currently on a planet, so no. But
Yeah.
your home planet was probably the last place that you saw a mech like this.
Probably like on some rich ass balcony.
I don't remember.
Tilsan.
Tilsan. Good. See, I remember things. I pay
Well done.
attention.
Or take really good notes, and either is perfectly valid.
I don't take notes. I literally just remember that from our conversation.
I don't
It's
take
on
notes, I take
Discord.
vibes.
How old were you when you ran away? Or how long ago was it?
I'd say about 9 months at this point. It
Oh my
has not been
gosh.
very long.
That's how long ago Renegade ran away from home too and faked your death.
Oh my god.
As you
Oh
begin
my
flying
gosh,
away,
that's how long ago it was that it would take a baby to be made.
That's why they call me
That's
Fiasco.
why they call me
Fiasco, fine.
Fiasco.
Fine, let's go. Let's fucking go. Back to the top of the round. Who's up?
I mean, I'm taunted, so I don't have a lot of options if you guys need more time to think.
Well, I have one thing I could do. Maybe. It's really just, I can't move. I can make sure that these two also don't move, but that's not that whole.
If you want me to try something ridiculous, I can try and get you out of that.
Are you gonna grapple me and push me out of the way?
I have a grapple cable.
I think I'm fine. I don't really need to move.
You don't want me to be Phoenix Spider-Man? You don't want me to just
That'd be
like-
cool, but I want to stay relatively close to them, even if I'm immobilized. So
I mean, you get pulled right next to me, you'll be within 2.
Yeah, but I want to be within 3 of both of them.
Okay, fine. Amelia, if you have a sense of what you want to do in your turn, go right ahead. I'm okay with Amelia just going, and then I'd say Fiasco after that, if that works, seeing as we're pretty set on what we need to do. Namely, just kill everything.
Seeing that the situation isn't necessarily great, Flatwound is going to put away the base and kind of like sounds like something snaps a bit, and the auto choke has been added on. I'm using my protocol to enable the auto choke. So whatever massive shotgun is, now there's just like a little like pink, like very violent looking attachment. And I guess the only thing I really can do would be I'll lock on to the Goliath, and then I'm going to shoot both of them because it is now cone 3. And I will consume the lock on. So I need to do some math. First off, core use. Excellent. Alright. It is not inaccurate. I'm impaired. I have the Vanguard trait. I'm consuming lock on. So one's coming in at +2, the other is coming in at +1, I believe.
I believe it also should have lost those conditions.
I should have?
No, it. You lose them when you do damage to it, so you're going to lose them if you land this hit.
Oh,
It's still immobilized or prone. Is that to the end of to the end of your next turn, to the end of this turn now?
Whatever.
Sure.
It's accurate. It's accurate. I have QCB.
That's all that matters. Do it to it. You're rolling for a 6, even if your bad luck comes back. You're good.
Okay, that's a 14 to both of them because it's cone 3.
Is that called flare shotgun? Is that what
Yeah,
that
the
says?
flare. Yeah.
Holy shit. Awesome and terrifying.
yeah.
Oh, and the
That hits
knockback is increased to, I believe, 5.
They are already up against the wall.
I am going to slam the support this time, so I needed
Go on
to
and
make a hull
slam?
save. Yeah, welcome to the jam.
jam.
Make a hull save.
Both of them?
I can only do it once per round, one target, so let's
Okay.
do the support because I
was
don't
gonna
like
say.
it.
That's only a +1 on its hull save. So that's a nat 20! No, it's not. It's a 19. It's still a 20. I can get a little bit excited.
Nothing happens.
Synthetic
but
20.
Synthetic
a
20.
dirty 20.
I call him a dirty 20.
That's all I can do.
Okay. Well,
But
that's
I'm no
pretty
longer
good.
impaired or immobilized, I'm
That-
correct?
You didn't. Yes, you did do damage to it. I just haven't actually registered it, which is naughty of me. Where you are? Ooh, how far away from it are you? No, you're close enough that it doesn't have resistance. How very nice for you. And 3 to the support. So yes, you are no longer immobilized or impaired. It
Love
is no longer. Did you consume lock on?
I did. So I could get that.
Lock conditions. Love that. Love that.
And
For me.
that's. I couldn't move, so that was my turn. Can't believe
Beautiful.
it. That was
I
short.
mean, you can move if you want to.
Not anymore.
Well, true. Okay. Okay. So, it's this guy's turn. I haven't got to play with him yet. What is his speed? He is gonna move
He's very
8
fast.
whole spaces. This is where the crunch starts happening. He moves over there. Has he got anything that can hit you? I don't know.
Thirst trap, get in front of me, please. I have a fragile mech.
I actually think. Oh, that's so annoying. Let me take that back and see if I can. Let me see if I can min-max this. You have moved into the exact perfect space, Gask, and I kind of hate you for
That's why
it.
they call me Fiasco.
This is exactly why they call you Fiasco. You are not adjacent to it, and that makes me so sad because now I can't impale you. I hate that.
That's Thirst Trap's job.
Maybe. So all it can do is hit you with a gun, with a ram cannon, and I think it's going to enjoy that, to be honest.
I also think that might
That's
be
all
Thirst
the
Trap's
good
job.
stuff.
Hang on, before you do that, hang on. Okay.
What?
I got a thingy because I didn't think the last one was an attack. But whenever you boost or make a standard movement, you project a holographic pattern, leaving you dazzling after images. You count as invisible the next time you're attacked.
Great point, well made. So I will roll a d20, and if we roll above 10, it can make the attack, and if it rolls below, it cannot. I again just can't. Like, I can do so many amazing things with Foundry, but I can't just roll a fucking d20. That's the end of that die. That's a nat 1. Cannot make the attack. Yeah, get them all in. Get them all in. Enjoy it. This account is going to ramp up. That's it.
I feel
That's all
like
can do.
I feel like a luck vampire. Like, I know Dusty's in the chat and has graced me with Aki luck, but I feel like a luck. Like in the past week, I've infected literally like every GM I've played with terrible dice luck, and I've been rolling like 19s.
It was when you moved.
You got me too, because now I can't hack.
A walkable, bikeable city it does wonders for dice luck.
Clearly. All right, back to you.
God
Though.
damn it.
6 rounds may be ambitious, by the way. We've been going for an hour, and that was 1 full round of combat, and I'm only adding enemies to the field. So maybe let's say 4 rounds. Just putting that out there.
Good thing my weapons have range 15. I'm gonna blow something up. Well, Firestorm's gonna blow something up. Hold on. Do the characters get in the way? Like, do I have to move the mech? Am I gonna accidentally hit Thirst Trap and Fiasco?
No, because they are flying. Thirst Trap is definitely flying. Fiasco, were you flying?
If we can retroactively say I did, I can add the heat.
It's fine.
I just don't want to accidentally hit a friend. So what I mean, if nobody else wants to go, do you want to go, Gask?
I don't mind. I'll be moving out of your way if I go. Wait. Does that guy have Overwatch? That guy hit me if I move.
You're muted.
I am. I'm saying maybe. Maybe he will.
I could tell from Darcy's happiness that was a maybe.
I'll do it anyway. I got a good idea, actually.
Yeah, he has his cannon is threat 2.
Okay, so, but it's whenever I'm during my turn, and when I'm moving, I'm invisible also.
Okay.
So that's a fun thing.
I will roll a different d20 this time. That's more like it. That was a 10. This one can
Dang
hit.
it. Okay. Well, I'll do it anyway. Also, I don't think we did the last one, but that's probably okay. Oh god.
That was a crit. I love that for me. It's about fucking time.
Oh
5
god.
kinetic damage, please.
Sure. I also have a reaction fire back, so I can instantly shoot back. Oh, but I have 3 difficulty if I attack anybody that is.
You may as well take it. If you're not going to use your reaction for anything else, you may as well give it a try.
Yeah. So I'll use my pistol, for that one. It has reliable 1 anyway, so that's
Beautiful.
good. And then roll. Oh wait, the 3 difficulty wasn't added on automatically.
Go ahead and roll 3d6 and choose the highest.
Oh
No.
god.
Yeah.
3d6.
3d6.
I have so many dice here.
That's why they call you Fiasco.
That's why they call me Fiasco.
That's the saddest one yet.
3 and oh god, a 6. So that
6.
was 9.
That's gonna miss. But you only rolled 1 damage anyway, so that's
6.
the same. It's a reliable one. Let's see. And then we gotta do.
Okay, so we didn't do it the last time, but that's probably okay anyway. But any time that I move, wherever I start the movement from, I leave behind a little guy. That's gonna hurt people.
Just a little guy.
Just a little guy. So when... Oh wait, hang on. It didn't restart my turn. I can't do things. There we go. Yeah. Then... Oh, it's still not... Okay. Then I move... God, where can I even move to? What was that?
The draw tool went insane, sorry. I was trying to do a nice little trace outline of your mech, but that's what happened, and that's what you got.
Okay. I think I'll just move... horizontally. Oh god. 7's what I got.
Beautiful.
I'll try and move the perfect distance again. Who knows?
Try.
Yeah, perfectly horizontal. Then that should leave me 10 away from this guy. Yeah, my nemesis now, as I've been taunted. So then I'll target them, and then I'll start firing, and yeah, I'll say I'm flying again, so that next turn I'm in the danger zone for all this stuff. I keep clicking on Dandy like he's the one with the fucking missile rack on him.
Maybe
Not
he
my
is.
neck. Yeah.
You could get like a mini version. Dandy does strike me as the kind of person to cosplay as his own mech to feel powerful.
I was gonna say his mech has a custom paint job, so it could be painted like one of his plushies.
I love that.
And like, anytime he leaves behind...
Rillakuga?
Yeah, no, but also I'm thinking about when he leaves behind this holographic image, it's like a full Hatsune Miku, like... like the absolute hologram Vocaloid realness.
That is canon.
Yeah, so... yeah, let's get on a burst launcher, at this guy.
Beautiful. Go for it.
Oh god, sequencer effect, could not fill file, what? Okay, I rolled it anyway.
Fine. Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the next one is loading, so that means I have to take a turn loading it, huh?
Awesome. Yes, you will have to stabilize as a full action to reload it.
Okay, never mind. No
Bullshit.
thanks. Oh, but that means I have a quick action to boost, right?
Sure.
Okay, you said that these hang on, these little guys are like soft cover, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'll...
Don't forget to leave those little guys behind.
Yeah,
Trail of fiasco.
I'll hide behind this guy.
Perfect.
I'm being... But where I started, hang on.
Yeah, it was here. Sorry, I got you. I got you,
Okay.
boo. Got you.
Yeah, and then I'm flickering, whatever. Next time I'm attacked, I count as invisible. And that's
Beautiful.
my turn.
I love
Trail
that. I
of
love that for you.
fiasco.
I'm so brave, I got closer, you guys.
Trail of Fiasco is the name of the Fiasco fan club.
They're a little
Alright.
girl. They're a little girl band. That's an Amika group.
So, is that fun? I think it is. I think
I'm having fun.
I'm having fun. I just think for the sake of expediency, I'm going to do a little D&D thing, and I'm going to make all the grunts take their turn at the same time, just because I want to.
That's very fair.
Works for
Right?
me.
But that does give away to you that they are grunts and they all have 1 HP each, so they're not a huge threat. Speed is 5, so he's going to move to there. He's going to move to there. They are... One of them is going to suppress Thirst Trap, and they cannot suppress Trixie, I don't believe, because... Oh yeah, they can, since it's 15. Suppress. Nope, range 10. That's what I thought. So they're just going to take a shot at Thirst Trap.
Sorry. I really did leave you.
You abandoned
But I also
your
said...
boy.
But the boy came to me when I said, please don't.
Disgusting.
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 Pew, pew, pew. Right, yep, that's 5 damage on him. And... Pew, pew, pew. A miss. Just 5 damage on Thirst Trap. And then again, this guy is going to take a shot at Valkyrie. And we're going to remember to put the difficulty on it this time. Light machine gun. 1 difficulty. Roll it. Still a hit. 5 damage to you, Valkyrie.
Thankfully, only 4 because of armor.
Beautiful. And that is the archers. Back to you guys.
I would like to take a turn next, if that's okay.
Oh, 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Thirst trap structured.
Oh no, not Thirst Trap.
Thirst trap. System
Oopsie
trauma.
Oopsie.
He loses a system. He begins sparking in midair. He is gonna lose his bombing bay because I probably wasn't gonna use it anyway. It's all good. All right. Yep. Go ahead, Renegade or whoever is going.
I am gonna make some grunts really unhappy right now.
Do it to it.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do first is, how far away are these guys? Okay. I'm gonna take a movement right... Oh no, do I want to get that close? Sorry. Yeah, I do, actually. And then I'm going to... Yep. Oh, no. Okay. I want to double check something. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I would like to, use my big gun. So the Gog Magog no longer has a weapon, correct?
It lost its main weapon.
Okay, cool. I'm going to target the other guy. Boink. Seems more threatening when they still have weapons. I am going to, as a quick action... Wait, I know what my mech does. Where is it? Here it is.
Unlock.
Okay, Okay, yeah, I guess that doesn't really matter. Does it actually matter? Yes. I guess I have to do this before rolling, but my mech has a feature called, by the way, I know everything, and I can, instead of taking the damage, I just have like a predetermined damage.
Yeah, I think you roll those at the start of the encounter.
No, they're preset on my sheet, depending on how many dice I roll.
Beautiful.
So I'm just gonna choose to take the preset roll of 11, and then it will have a 3 bonus damage from my Hunter Lock, hopefully.
Gotcha.
I guess that still applies. And then I'm going to target the thing. Alright. Oh wait, this is not the right gun. Wait. No, bigger gun. Okay, here it is. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's still good, right? Because you said it was only an 8 or a 6?
Who are you targeting? Sorry, the big guy?
No, the... Oh, what was it? Did I target the right one? It was the archer that I was targeting.
The archer will...
Will it miss?
Is an 8. No, that will hit.
Okay, excellent.
I will just say, that is a grunt, and it has 1 HP.
Oh.
So to use a Cyclone Pulse Rifle on that boy is overkill.
It's like using a bazooka on an ant.
Right?
I mean, I've been known to do that in the past. Also, because it looked bigger on the map, I thought it was bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. It's just it's a template. It's a type.
Okay, that feels bad. But it's okay.
But I will it's the same. If you roll that against any of those other 3, you'll hit them. So I'm happy to say that you hit a different target.
Can I just hit the bigger guy, the big boy?
Big boy?
I'm going to use the by the way, I know everything, so it actually does 11 instead of 8, plus the 3 from the Hunter Lock.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to
so 14 total damage.
Yeah. It is... What is that symbol? Is that kinetic damage? I don't know.
Yeah, that's kinetic. Unfortunately, the only thing about that is the Gogmagog, the Goliath, has resistance to damage that originates from more than 3 spaces away. So it is actually only 7.
Okay, that's cool. Good thing I didn't just...
You have a tanky mech that we have to fight up close, and it's a giant? That's...
I get to have fun too, Angela.
I have free actions. I'm gonna hit the 3 like tiny mechs for 1 each.
Beautiful. And that will take them all out.
Yeah, the Omnigun just says no. Stay away from my friends.
Archer dead. Are they all within range?
Range is
Sensors?
15.
No, good.
It's not sensors. It specifically says
just
15 on the thing. Yeah.
Either way, you are good.
Okay,
good.
The little blue guy too. 1, 2, 3.
That was 3?
Yeah, 3 different shots.
Yeah, so you got this guy, and this guy.
Oh, that guy's over there? I thought I wanted to target the guy that was close to
you can if you would like. It will kill him. That one's not a grunt.
Oh, I am so confused. Okay, you know what? Just kill the grunts. All of them. Kill all of them.
It frees up my turn. I'm just saying. It means I get to go ramming in on something, and I'm kind of okay with that.
You know what?
Believe it or not, I'm on your side. I want you to do cool shit, and taking out 3 enemies in 1 shot, it's pretty fucking cool. I'm here for it.
That's pretty rad. Okay, I have a question that I probably should have asked before. My redundant repair thing, how does that work? Is that just a free action as well?
You get to stabilize as a free action, which immediately reloads your Cyclone Pulse Rifle. Look, I forgot I gave you that.
Ha! I remembered you gave me that. Also, to recover from my embarrassing miscalculations, I'm gonna go ahead and free reload that. Because how do I have... Can you... I don't know how to do that on my sheet to set it up.
You can do it during break.
Yeah. We're gonna go to break now after this round, so you can absolutely figure that out.
Okay, cool.
All I will say is that as these shots just automatically erupt from your Pegasus frame and take down these archers, you hear a really weak signal, a really tinny voice in your ear. It's obviously hastily patched together. Somebody has just grasped at whatever brief connection they had with your location and has established a second or two of communication. And you just hear a voice in your ear say, "You have no idea the enemy you have just made. Our sand will pursue you until the end of your..." The signal drops out.
I have a question. Are we gonna resolve my pilot action during the break?
After break.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. I see everybody in the chat. We love you all so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. We're going to take 5-10 minutes break. We're going to come back because we still got lots of baddies to kill. Stick around and we'll be back soon. god. Hey friends, welcome back. Please ignore whatever may be on the captions. Let's just get straight back into it. You were going to resolve the end of your turn, Renegade. Let me get the music back on. Cool. You can resolve your narrative turn. You are trapped in this room. The gas is filling up, but is now got an escape route. Thanks to Trixie, you have an opening in the door, and there is a gap. What would you like to do?
Okay, so when Lady Agore's face came off of the console, it just turned itself off?
It's like the screen blipped away, yeah.
Oh, shit. I would like to plug the digikey in the digikey hole and try to get it going again for my turn. I want to spend my whole turn.
Perfect. Excellent. That is happening. You see it's going to take about 30 seconds to boot up.
Okay, cool. Do I need to make a check or anything?
No, you have already paid for this technology. You've paid a high price, and you got the good shit. It's doing what it's gonna do. Cool. So that is Renegade's turn. I feel like there's far more NPCs left to go than should be, but whatever. Oh man, you killed my guys. My Gogmagog doesn't have a thing. So instead, what it's gonna do, it recognizes that this is probably not a great idea, but it's gonna try it anyway. We're gonna try and move past Flatwound.
Overwatch.
Yeah, I know.
And because it's cone, I can hit both of them.
Cool. Go for it. Hull save?
This is just an attack for me.
Cool.
Why? I should have this pulled up at all times.
You should.
Oh, and I actually have the auto choke profile up now.
Does everybody know that if you double click like the top of your sheet, it will just shrink into a little box so you can pull it up and down whenever you need it?
Yeah. Oh.
Today I learned.
And this, I get the Vanguard, which is +1, and then this is accurate. No other bonuses, so that's going to be 2 accuracy total. That's a 12 to hit.
12 hits. Both
of them.
Yep.
And because I'm no longer immobilized,
correct.
I can move 5 spaces because it's knockback 5.
Nice.
So I can escape the goo.
Beautiful.
I'm going.
It is difficult terrain, so will it take up more of your movement?
1, 2, 3, I believe.
Beautiful.
It's 5 spaces. This is like I'm out of the goo. I'm happy.
3 damage and 3 damage. Yeah, they're still standing strong. They're doing okay. All right, fine. It knew that wasn't going to work particularly well. You're now out of line of sight for that.
The way your mech's impossible to see unless you like zoom in. It's just
all
like,
the way in.
Hello. Aren't you just a little fighter?
Aren't you just a little guy?
Aren't you just a little guy doing so much damage? Oh, what?
Okay.
Big size 3 mech can't get anywhere because little guys shoot him? Aww.
Yeah, no.
Why does every band of players try and taunt and poke the bear? Why does everyone do this?
Can't imagine.
Hubris is my fatal flaw, that's why.
Senses is 10. Is that you? Yes, it is. Renegade, you are also the target of crush targeting. Any attack you make against a character that is not the Goliath will be with +3 difficulty.
Oh, I just realized I also have the butt end smack. I'm just going to deal another 1 damage to the support.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a till the end of turn, or is that a till you make a check?
Until the end of Gogmagog's next turn.
I see no problems with this. Carry on.
Cool. That's one of his turns, so now it's back to you guys.
Also, different problem though. I did something in my sheet and it disappeared.
What disappeared? Your sheet disappeared?
Yeah, I was trying to, I think I was messing around with it and I don't know what.
You should be able to pull it back up. I can still see it in the right hand side, so you should just be able to pull it back up. It's all good.
Yeah, I changed something and it disappeared and I don't know what I did.
Well, you got time. It's alright, you got time. It is back to you guys, so it's either Valkyrie, Trixie, or Thirst Trap.
I'll take the turn. I think Valkyrie will call out to Thirst Trap and say, "Can you handle that one while Flatline and I manage to take care of the Goliath?"
Yeah, of course we can. Let's go.
All right, I'm giving the second leadership die to Thirst Trap.
not
Do whatever the
firing.
hell.
They're not firing their guns, so they're just shouting pew 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 over comms.
I adore them. This is live the truth, which is being a giant dork.
Oh, Magnus got it.
Yep, and hell, I hate having to do this. Here we go. I'm going go right up next to the Goliath, and I'm going to try and ram it.
Okay.
I believe I have the difficulty for this, correct?
Based on what?
Didn't you do something to me last turn, or was that the other
Probably.
one
That was the
suppressing me?
archer suppress.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
so it's gone for me?
It's gone because the archer is gone.
Okay, so ram means I make a melee attack. So is that with any weapon? Just double checking.
So you roll with plus grit for melee attack.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not right. That's a narrative thing. How do you roll a
I'm
melee
just-
attack?
I'm pretty sure it's grit anyways.
Yeah, okay.
It just says make a melee attack on an adjacent target the same size or smaller than you. Target is knocked prone and may be knocked back one space directly away.
That's the ruling I'm going to make. I'm going to try and check, but if I don't by the time it's resolved, then that's what we're going to do. Roll plus grit.
Okay, so that would just be D20.
If you go to your narrative character sheet, you should have a dice next to where it says grit.
Grit. Yep. And no accuracy, no difficulty on this, correct?
I don't believe so, no. That
Okay,
roll.
that is an 8.
That hits.
Okay. So it says melee attack. You're certain that's not with a specific weapon? Because then what
It's
would the
not.
damage be in that? Or was it
would be-
just...
It would just be the effects of the ram.
Oh, the effect is replacing the damage. Got it.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so...
it's the same with the grapple.
So I have knocked it prone,
It's
because I
prone.
am the same size as it.
You are. I hate that, but
And-
you are.
Well, I count as the same size as it.
Mhm.
Because Blackbeard.
That's what I hate, Angela. That's what I hate.
I know. I'm aware.
I'm
You don't
happy
always get
you're
what
happy.
you don't always get what you want, Darcy. I'm afraid
Angela?
that's how the world works.
I'm getting everything I want right now, believe me. This is so much fun.
And yeah,
Knock back. Can't go any further. Anything else?
This is like a grown ass adult being pushed around by two toddlers. I love it.
You're
Kind of, yeah.
bullying my Gog Magog, and I don't like it.
and then well, that's gonna fade next turn. So I am just going to use. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a normal melee attack, but this one, just like slowly slide and scratch the sword up against the floor and then pull up with both hands and then just try and turn it down and stab right into one of its legs. We'll see if that works. So this is that with the nanocarbon sword, and
Mhm.
I have because I knocked it prone, I think that gives me something. I'm double checking prone. It's slowed. All attacks gain an accuracy against it, so I have 1 accuracy.
Beautiful. It's slowed. Cool.
14.
Slowed.
I rolled max damage.
Disgusting. Lovely.
So yeah, just pull up the sword, and I'm just gonna stick it right into wherever the hell the leg is, and just start scraping it down against the leg. And that's all I can do for my turn. That's my movement, and that's my 2.
That's all. Yeah, terrible. Another 10
There we go.
HP. That structures it once more.
How much struck?
More.
2 out of 4.
Ultra, baby. Weapons. No more weapons left, so nothing happens, I guess. That seems silly, but okay. Cool. That's your go. Nope, that was not Gogmagog's go. Whatever. That was Valkyrie's go, and now it is Gogmagog's go. So, just gonna try it one more time. Yes, Overwatch. Fine. Hit
Well,
me.
I can't do it anymore, but
Perfect.
the Blackbeard certainly can.
Fine. It's gonna boost then. There's another one.
Smack it. Just
That is Overwatch for you, Angela.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm just double checking on that one the specifics for Overwatch just to make sure I'm doing it correctly. Yeah. Move starts any movement inside one of your weapons threat and really use that weapon to skirmish. Okay. So that's a roll for my attack, correct?
Yep. Just like a regular attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the sword. It's the most reliable thing I got.
Go for it.
I have no accuracy on this time because it's not prone anymore. Almost max damage again.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Just pull the sword out, and as it goes out, I just hack against like the back of wherever like the equivalent of its like knee or a joint would be.
Perfect. You've done mad damage to it. That is wonderful. And that is the end of its turn. And it's back to... Have you guys all been this turn? I've got a lot of NPCs.
I believe so.
You have still got Trixie and Thirst Trap. Excuse me.
and the support, right?
Indeed. I drank some water and it's lodged in my throat. This is how I die.
That's
you
the
got-
real
Don't.
thirst trap.
You got Trixie and Thirst Trap. I will let you guys decide what you would like to do with them, and then that will be the support. And then finally we've reached round 3.
I mean, can Trixie do anything else with the door, or is that as?
She can
far
try
as
again
it
if you would
open?
like.
I mean, yeah, I think that would be preferable to Renegade dying.
Okay. She will make another tech attack against the
Nailed
door.
it.
15. She comes up and comes to you, Renegade. She's like, I've got it. I get this system. It's amazing. It's so complicated, but I can see it. I can see the pattern. And you can hear her like frantically typing away on like 6 trillion keyboards that she's got lining the cockpit of her mech. And the door goes ka-chunk and slides open a little bit more. It's not fully open, but you're a wee slip of a lass. You reckon you could make your way out of there?
I have a question. Is there any way you can just kind of force my sheet to appear? Because I changed the sheet type by accident, and I don't know what happened to it.
Change the type?
Yeah, I was doing something else and messing around with it, and instead of the default sheet, I did something.
Oh, I think I know what you must have done.
Yeah.
Lance a pilot sheet. Default sheet is Lance a pilot sheet.
Yeah, I overwrote it accidentally.
back?
Okay, thanks. I
that
probably
work?
do now. I hope so. No? Okay, let's just, figure out what we're doing next. I think did Thirst Trap go?
No, Trixie went, so now it is a support. And there's not an awful lot the support can do, to be honest. It's just going to try and keep up with Gog Magog. Take 1 what's its speed? Speed is 4, so it can definitely keep up. Yes, Amelia, do the thing.
I don't have over. I can only use it once.
Oh,
reaction.
Amelia only has
What?
one reaction. The two of us can only do.
I didn't mean
Does
to
it
rub
get-
it in,
I will-
sorry.
Does
But
it get stuck
is
in its
walking.
own goo?
I was about to say.
Yes, good point.
Got stuck in your own goo.
Yeah, that's a good point. It does apply to it. That's fine. Range 5, the sealant gun goes off again towards you, Ariadne. Agility save, please.
Great. This is not a thing I am good at.
No, surely not.
This is the one thing I have not chosen on any mech design to do.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Agility save, you said?
Yep, save is 10. That's a fucking 20!
Wait, what?
That's
Oh,
a
Jesus.
natural 20.
You don't think you've got it in you, but you've seen this gun go off before and you know what to do and you just dodge. I'm sorry, I'll let you fill in the blanks.
God, are you there?
Definitely not.
Because this might be the way to get me to believe in you again.
But again, either way, it is now difficult terrain. Doggo don't like it. Doggo say no.
No, the Doggo celebrating. Hell yeah! Not 20!
There's another one of those. Okay, great. Thirst Trap is up. What would you like Thirst Trap to do?
A barrel roll, apparently.
Yeah.
Roll!
Do a barrel roll. Didn't Thirst Trap get an accuracy leadership die?
Yeah, to
Is
do
that
whatever
it?
to do whatever they could against
Against this guy?
the Lance
knight.
boy over there,
Yeah.
Alrighty.
the Lancey
Then-
boy.
The Lancy boy.
The lancer with because it
Lancer?
has a lance.
I hardly know her. Missile launcher, go! That's a
Oh,
miss.
no.
Never mind. He tried.
Did
he tried his
you-
best.
Oh, I guess it
I
wouldn't help to
would-
roll the accuracy because you do have the die.
That's a
It didn't
good point.
It didn't actually roll with it.
I rolled a 5, which takes it to a 9, which still doesn't hit.
Oh, that
Sorry.
feels bad.
It feels
It's
real
so
bad.
sad. My leadership die has not worked for this.
It inspired him to try really hard. He feels your friendship in his heart. That's all that matters. And then they are gonna move. What is their speed? They're gonna move. They're gonna follow after you, Dandy, because of course they are.
No, get. Why do I not
No,
have
please.
a melee weapon?
My goal is to literally move every turn so I have as many little guys as I can. I feel like I'm gonna abandon him again.
He's got you
Okay,
back.
that's really close. No, I don't. Oh wait, is
They're
that?
flying. They're flying.
Wait,
Don't
who
worry
is
about
that? Who is
it.
that
That's
thing?
that's right.
Oh, that's first trap. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, that's too close.
Okay.
That's too close.
Top of round 3. I'm gonna put a few more boys on the board.
Does the first
I
goo
didn't
pad
get
go
to
away as
play.
well, or no?
No, they stay. They are for the rest of the scene.
Oh, I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I love.
I
that
hate
the
that for
giant
us.
mech-
That's so much.
I love that the giant mech doesn't have a weapon because it only has one weapon.
It usually only needs one weapon because it's so big. It's just going up against the 2 mechs that know how to fight something like this.
Hey, look.
Yeah, why not? Okay, that's top of round 2. Is
I-
your go?
I feel
Round
like
3, sorry. Your go.
I feel like that Goliath's just gonna get so frustrated that it's gonna punt. It's gonna punch my.
What I'm gonna
mech.
say is, because of time and because I don't know why the hell I thought we could do 6 rounds of combat, it's gonna be 3 rounds of combat. So this is the top of the final round. You need to keep them away from that room, or they're gonna blow stuff up. They might kill people. They might take people hostage. Who knows?
Oh god. Okay. Anybody have a good first shot, first last shot?
I mean, I have, you know, Cyclone Pulse Rifle the sequel. I mean, that's a thing. I can do it again. Wait, how many? Oh shoot, where did they come from?
Far right. It's a good point.
Oh
Make sure
damn.
that that's visible.
Okay, wait. Okay, I see them. I could also just deal with all of the tiny little bastards that are coming in. Or not. They may not be as tiny as I thought.
I could make sure the support can't get there, but the support is slow anyways, so my best
Want me to
bet
just
is
blow
to...
up the support? It's
I
not.
could try, but...
No, but I mean, I could just deal with the support. I know what those guys can do. Just blow it
Yeah,
up.
let me deal with the Goliath then.
Okay, it's really close. It doesn't have a weapon, but it's right there.
Yeah, but I can also... We're
it's
playing pinball.
I mean, okay. I mean, I have ideas on what I can do. I also have a
You're
narrative
playing
action.
pinball, but you've got the ball stuck in like the top corner, and you're like trying to nudge the machine to get it out. It's just like. Beep, 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 beep.
I mean, do we just want to make some random dudes unhappy? I can do that.
I mean, sure, but
The
who
tiny
wants to
dude.
go first? Either way.
I can.
It doesn't really matter to me, but I can make sure I give the Goliath a hard time, which is going to be the one most difficult to stop.
Yeah,
I'd
I
argue.
think. Yeah, if you can do that.
If you can keep them locked down, I think the rest of us should switch priority to getting rid of everything else, because this is just a matter of numbers and distance.
Exactly, yeah. Because I have good range, so whatever. If these guys are locked down, I can start focusing on the ones on the right.
All right,
I can help with that.
time for Bullshit Turn the sequel.
Oh, started with a bullshit turn, end with a
Ends
bullshit,
with
turn.
bullshit.
Oh, full
Uh,
circle. I love narrative circles.
I am going to go 1, 2, because this is still difficult terrain, so it does it twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. I move there. I'm going to boost as a quick action. I'm going to go here. 1, 2, 3. I should be able to go there, right? With a boost.
Mhm. Yeah, I'll allow it.
Yeah. And then I'm going to ram this motherfucker.
Big boy.
And there's no macro for this, so it's
Wait,
just
would that
one.
not be pushing him towards?
I can push him away, and then I can also move in a way to push him even further away.
You can push him
Okay.
like
Yeah,
this
this
way?
is as far as I can. I believe this is as far as I can go, right?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm going to ram. I'm just going to roll physical dice, because this is
Okay
going to
with
be +1 accuracy because Juggernaut,
Because
and it's
Amelia.
not slowed or anything, so it's just the 1 accuracy, and I knock it back 3 spaces.
inevitably.
That's an 18 to hit. I follow with Pursue Prey, and then, oh wow, there's a wall right there. I didn't see
I
that.
mean, it's a weapons crate.
Oh no, I'm behind that.
You are.
You are, but okay. I could either
Darcy
push
is.
it. I could push it further away. Oh wait, it's prone, so that's even cooler.
It's hitting it along the floor like a hockey puck. I will say, like, you can knock it like in any trajectory away from you. So,
But
like,
I want to knock it into the wall so it can take more damage.
if you knock it into that, I'm gonna say it is gonna hurt. It is gonna hurt Fiasco
But I'm
because it's just a weapons
flying!
crate. You are fine. Okay, I will say you'll make an agility check to avoid.
Well,
You're flying, but it's size 3.
wait, Darcy, is the obstruction
Okay.
large enough to stop the Goliath's movement?
No, it's a
Then
weapons
it wouldn't
crate.
deal. It wouldn't do. Then Juggernaut would not apply in this.
There you go.
Yeah, but
it's
I
only
feel like it's the
soft
most-
cover.
No, this
Oh.
is a different thing that I do. If it's up against a wall,
I don't think it's fair to
It's
count
not.
that the soft cover as a wall. I'm saying that to nerf myself as well.
I appreciate that honesty.
I mean, that like
wall, mech,
horizontal
or
is,
other
I think, the most
obstruction that
away
would cause
you
it
can
to
push
stop
as
moving.
well.
Okay.
Cause it okay, an obstruction to stop it moving, yes. Wall, no. But like I say, if you're gonna send it wheeling over that, I'm gonna say that Fiasco's gonna need to make an agility save to avoid the same fate.
That's okay. Because then,
I'm just-
if I
yeah.
move at all, then I create a blowy up guy, which it's definitely gonna hit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that was 2 actions, my movement, and then I'm going to overcharge. Hopefully. Okay, that is 3 heat. I am near my max already.
That's a shame.
And I'm going to, if the goal is knockback, I'm just going to fire the shotgun at it.
Okay.
So this is going to be coming in at a whopping 3 accuracy.
Jesus Christ, Amelia.
It's Vanguard, it's accurate, and it's prone. 13 on the die.
Mm-hmm. Already hits.
That's a 19.
I
to hit.
love.
Wait, I could have just rolled. Oh, whatever.
I love me a shotgun moment.
I'm so sorry.
Shotgun incident. Let's
Okay,
go,
it does-
Amelia.
3 damage.
Mm-hmm.
It gets knocked back 5.
Mm-hmm. Which way?
The way furthest away from the spot. From the spot that we're trying to go. That's not into Fiasco.
Okay.
I have
will
really good
say
agility.
It's probably there.
And then
Okay.
once again, Pursue Prey. I follow, and I can
Perfect.
immediately follow up with the butt smack, knocking it back an additional 1 space and doing 1 more damage.
Cool.
Pure bullshit. I love it.
Which way? Again, which
This
way?
is the.
Are you literally hockey pucking? Do you want it to go like back up, like northwest?
Let's just go. Like, can I click? Directly east.
Okay.
No, west. I'm sorry.
I
I know directions.
sympathize. I completely sympathize. And you follow again. Beautiful. Okay, fantastic. That's you.
That's
Nope.
all I can do.
I clicked Valkyrie and I didn't mean to. Remind me that Valkyrie still has to go. Flatwent, that's you.
I am at
Skog
4
McGog's
out of
turn.
5 heat, and nothing's hit me.
Okay. Famous last words, Amelia. I love you so much. You feed into my bullshit, and I adore it. Okay. One more attempt at... Oh, it recharged. Beautiful. Okay. You become immobilized and impaired.
Oh man,
That's 1 quick action.
I hate
Its
that.
next quick action And you recognize this happen. It's got a little bit of heat, it's taken a lot of damage, but you recognize something start whirring up inside of this giant mech's body. You recognize the heat that it is starting to output is increasing. You recognize that it is accelerating its own destruction.
Oh, fuck.
It presses the big red button on the inside, and it is about to self-destruct.
Oh no! Oh
Is it
no! Oh!
at the end of this turn or the next turn?
The end.
Wait, there
of...
is no next turn.
There is no next turn, apart from the fact that it's an ultra, so it gets 2 turns. So at the end of its next turn.
I have a thing I can do.
I suggest that you do it.
Is it time for the hacker to do hacker things?
If it's your turn, that was go.
Well, no, I was wondering if it was our side's turn.
Yep, that was go. Two quick actions.
Okay.
It's gonna go. Actually, sorry, it's gonna move. I forgot to move it.
Wait. Does Firestorm, does Secondhand Hope, does Secondhand Hope still have
Why do I keep exiting
difficulty against
things?
it?
No, because that ends at the end of its turn.
Okay, I'm gonna make this guy real unhappy.
It's 2 accuracy. No, it's 1 accuracy total.
You are still impaired and immobilized.
It's accurate, and I have QCB whatever thing.
Go for it.
I am so mad. I don't know what I did.
And I knock it 5 spaces away.
Which direction?
Away from everyone.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Oh, and that's 8 damage too.
I took the 8 damage. It's still fine.
No, not towards.
What I'm gonna say is, it has moved. All right. Okay, I'm being an asshole. I'll be an asshole. Let's see. It started its movement there. Where do you want to move it to?
Down, furthest from everyone.
Down this way?
Like diagonal.
Towards this vehicle?
Towards the sign that says exit, yeah.
That is very accurate.
I was going to ask, could we potentially knock it into space?
We could knock it into... I'm sorry, knock it into the wall, and then it has to make a hull save.
Okay.
Is this the mech that has difficulty? Has it made a systems check to remove said difficulty?
It hasn't made any systems checks, no.
Cool. Then that is 1 difficulty for the save.
For which save?
Is it
hull save for
is
Slender?
For its hull save, it hasn't. When Renegade hit it like our first round with something, none of us have made it do a save to.
Okay.
Oh
So
Jesus!
22. I can do it occasionally, which is nice. How much damage?
None because you saved.
How much? Sorry, how much damage?
You saved. There's no damage.
Okay.
I'm being an asshole. Okay, that's its turn. Back to you guys.
I screwed up. Okay, I'm gonna need help because I did something to my sheet and it won't come back. Okay,
Can you put it on CompCon? Can you pull it up on CompCon?
I can pull it up on CompCon. So here's what I'm gonna do. And then you can just do things. Sorry, the Foundry decided, like my browser decided to crash. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Secondhand Hope is going to, oh damn, where did the big guy go? Hold on.
It's all the way down there.
Seriously? Okay, wait, that's still within sensors range?
What?
Oh no! Wait, is it within
Into the void of
sensors?
space.
Darcy.
What are your senses?
Hold on. Okay.
Within 11 of you. 10 of you.
Okay, if it's 10 of me, then it's good. So would Secondhand Hope have registered it heating up? Like, is it obviously heating up? Like, I'm just curious because I want to do a hack.
It is very obviously doing something bad, yes.
Okay. Okay. A quick action. Okay, can I do a... Okay, so can I do a quick action and then do a overclock so I can do a full tech action? Like, can I do it that way so that I
You would do
essentially...
a full and then overclock to do a quick.
Oh, god damn it, that's not what I'm... Okay, well... Here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to do a full tech attack and attempt to do a last argument of kings So if it's heating up, I would like it to burn equal to their current heat.
Okay. You can do that. It didn't mechanically heat up. That was just a narrative description to describe what was happening with this reactor. It is currently carrying 1 heat. It's not a huge amount.
So I got all excited. All these narrative descriptions are so good.
Sorry, not sorry.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna make it really unhappy, but in a different way. I would like to, well, I'm gonna try to do it anyway. So let me see. Oh, nice. That is an 18.
That beats E defense, absolutely.
So it's going to burn equal to its,
Equals to its heat?
Equals to its heat, and then I would like to overclock and do an invade action. That is a 19. And then what I'd like to do is jam the cockpit so that no matter what happens, it cannot escape until there is a successful engineering check as a full action.
Savage.
Also, I would like to take my free action to have my Omni gun go pew pew. Hold on.
What's the range on that one? Did you say 15?
It's 15. I want to target the one that's really close, and I want to have it take 3 kinetic damage, armor piercing.
Done. Perfect.
Oh, can I also move? Because this is kind of uncomfortable for me.
Go for it.
So Renegade, so Secondhand Hope is just gonna be like, this is not fun for me. So it's going to take an action to move over, actually, you know what? I'm gonna chill with Trixie over here.
I do not like the measurements you're doing there, pal.
What, buddy? What? I'm just.
I don't like the measurements you're doing there. I can see them.
Okay, hold on.
Numbers.
Hold on. There's one more.
Pretty numbers.
I like the pretty numbers too.
I think that's it. That's all I can do. Okay.
Okay. Back to the bad guy's turn. Guess who's still got a turn?
Hold on. Do I have a narrative action I can do? Is the machine doing
It's
the
doing
thing?
its thing. The door is open enough that you can slip out. If you wanted to run and mount up Secondhand Hope, you can absolutely do so.
Okay, so I need to go into my pilot profile for how far I can move, correct? As a
I'm
pilot?
just gonna say that you can do it because it's cool.
Okay.
And it's right outside.
Renegade goes into stealth mode and just zooms out of there.
Back to its turn. It moves. It boosts. Yeah, you're gonna fucking Overwatch, Amelia. Jesus Christ. We get it, alright?
But I used it already.
Oh, what a shame.
Uh-oh.
Yep. I fooled you by measuring things.
The other way, but it were coming towards me!
Okay, here we go.
This is gonna be bad.
This is gonna be bad. At the end of this turn, the reactor melts down. Everything within burst 2. That is
Both of
Talia. That's both of you.
We're 2 halves of a whole idiot.
I'm pretty sure this is an agility
save.
Oh god.
We're
We're both good at that, right?
Oh, and I'm impaired.
Oh god.
Wait, is it until
remember.
the end of my next turn or until the end of its next turn?
What gave you impaired? Don't expect me to remember all of my stuff.
The thing that also immobilized me.
It was pin. Immobilized and impaired until they damaged the Goliath. You damaged it already.
Oh, hell, thank
Pretty
fucking
sure.
God.
I'm pretty sure.
13.
Okay, that's 13.
That saves.
Okay. Come on, Fiasco.
This is
why they
Uh,
call him Fiasco.
It's gonna be.
You make all agility checks and save the +1 accuracy. Okay.
Nice.
Also, I just want to say the little tip that you did with the double clicking the character sheet, it means that I have a little box on the side of my screen that always just says adequate. It's like one of those little post-it affirmation notes, but just not very supportive. Okay. Agility. Accurate.
Mm-hmm.
That's
We believe.
That's why they call me Fiasco.
Let's go.
19.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Let's
How hard
go.
do you smack us for half damage?
I rolled like shit. That is.
I have 2 health.
14 damage.
Halved? Or was
Half
that
to
already
7.
halved?
Half to
And-
7.
Oh god.
And is this armor piercing in any way?
No, it's explosive.
I
You
I'm fine.
survive?
I survive.
I don't.
Cool guys, don't look at explosions.
I take a structure.
Take a structure. It's just a structure. It's just a structure. You just stunned. That's fine.
Uh-oh.
This enormous Goliath that has just been batted around the battlefield for the last 20 minutes. You see it just start to glow white hot, and it begins lumbering towards the two of you, gaining acceleration as it does so. And as it arrives in your space, it just erupts in flames and energy, and you're good. You're fine.
Does it knock my helmet off? And does it look really cool?
It looks so cool. It's the coolest you have ever looked. If somebody could take a picture of it right now, it would make the best album cover ever. It would
It's
be
like
so
a
cool.
combination of Doom Guy and Brutal Legend starring cartoon Jack Black.
Exactly that.
So it blew
But a woman.
itself up, and now it's stuck in the mech. That's hilarious.
The pilot's dead, yo. You don't survive a self-destruct.
No, that's what I mean. Like, we just, they didn't. I feel like a smart person probably would have tried to escape that.
I never said that there was a smart person piloting that mech.
Fair.
Right. Okay. You've got several badly wounded people on the battlefield. We are swiftly running out of time. I'm gonna say you guys will take one more turn each. For the sake of expediency, let's, for sake of argument, say that these cataphracts run their full distance. They will all make it. Oh, this guy will make it for sure.
Can I punt that?
Hang on, he walked through my thingy.
I apologize. I'm doing a measuring and I shouldn't have moved it yet. That one will make it. That one won't. And that one won't. That one will get stuck there. So what I'm going to say is, if you can take this guy out, you're going to be safe. That's the only guy you need to take out.
I can take
one
that
round.
guy out on my next turn. Or
Okay.
I can
How
try.
far away will he be at the end? Because I will.
Well, it's all of your turn now. So if you can take him out from now,
I can cycle pulse rifle that
Is
guy.
the one that's closest staying where they're at, or have they moved?
which one? This one?
The
It's
one that's closest.
on his turn. He will move to right up here, but he's not taken his turn yet. It's not his turn. It's your guys' turn.
I'm gonna blow it up. Wait, is it my? I'm gonna cyclone pulse rifle it.
Miss.
No.
Hold on, it's accurate. That's an extra d6. Correct.
Mhm.
I don't roll physical dice. Okay, hold on. Let me double check my comp con. Make it count. Okay, I'm not nervous. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's accurate.
Mhm.
Does a 12 hit it?
A 12 does hit.
I would like to, instead of rolling my damage die, hit it for 11 points of damage.
That is exactly how much HP it had.
And then I will target the hold on, just for good measure, target the next nearest guy that's within 15 and ping it for 2 points of damage.
Yep, he takes 2. He's
And
fine.
then
You're all fine.
yeah, and then yeah, at some point Renegade has also jumped into the cockpit and just like
Mhm.
and then goes on comms and says, I'm fine.
Fiasco and Valkyrie, you have a turn left this round.
I'm stunned, so I don't.
Valkyrie, you have a turn this round.
Can we have
That's why they call
Trixie
me
and
Fiasco.
Thirst Trap do stuff as well, or no?
If you'd like them to, yeah, absolutely.
I have the most legendary.
So
last
that is
turn.
going to take 2 for me to move over here, right?
It'll half your movement, yeah.
Okay, so then that'll be 3, 4, and then 5. I'm going to ram this thing
Go for it.
because I just want this to be as far away from us as I can manage. So that's just, once again, that's just with grit, correct, Darcy?
Yeah, for a melee, absolutely.
That work?
Then the wrong tab. 12, yeah, that hits, absolutely.
Okay. So I push it back 1, and
Uh-huh.
then just leave it stuck more in the goo.
More in the goo. Some people like that kind of thing. Perfect.
It depends on the day.
Trixie
And then
and Thirst Trap.
Can I have Trixie use predatory logic on one of the cataphracts against the
If
other?
you would like to.
Do I roll that? Would you roll that?
I'll roll it because I've got the sheet here. Which one? This one's nearest. Tech within senses. Does she have senses on? No.
It's a witch. Of course, she has like 20
Ooh,
sensors.
it is literally exactly within senses. It's 15 away.
Nailed it.
Predatory logic. Let's
Predatory
go.
logic is a fucking bitch. And it misses.
Okay,
Perfect. I love
The
it.
hackers are having a time because
It's
I.
fine.
that's
Fine.
really
Interesting.
funny.
And on Thirst Trap's turn, I think he's just gonna fly up to you, Dandy, and just start doing like little loop-de-loops around you and just like doing circuits. You can hear him on comms just howling and whooping like a frat bro. The frat bro that they are.
In the arms of an angel.
At that point, Trixie will come over comms. I'm gonna say that's the end of that round, and that you have succeeded. You have kept the bad guys away. Trixie comes over comms and says, "Looks to me that it's working. I think we should get the fuck out of Dodge."
Good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. What was that gas being leaked into the room, and how bad do you think it would have affected Renegade sitting in
Oh.
there for?
Not at all.
Okay.
Your suit filtered it out. It was
Okay.
lethal, it was noxious and bad, but your suit managed to filter out the amount that was already in there. If you'd have stayed in there for a couple more rounds, it would have started building and it would have started overwhelming your suit's ability to deal with it. But Trixie got you out, you're all good.
It was actually just a really
Congratulations.
cool prank and a stink bomb. So all the gas was like this green
Congratulations.
stinky.
You win neurotoxin.
Renegade will go into comms and say she'll be like subdued and not like the combat renegade who's all like, woo, explosions, yay. And she'll say, yeah, let's get out of here. She definitely sounds uncomfortable being here now.
Thirst Trap will lead the way if nobody else does so. You will begin shooting off down the tunnel from whence you came.
Yeah.
And as you all follow, after about 15-20 seconds or so, the lights shut out. They like chase you down the hallway. The lights all go out, plunging you into darkness. You hear the mechs behind you had like begun to pursue, but you hear them kind of whir to a stop, begin sparking, groaning, falling to the ground. And you begin to feel the artificial gravity of this station give way. Some of you who aren't flying will begin to lightly drift, and you will need to slow down and kind of grapple onto the ground and use whatever mag clamps you have to navigate your way back out into space. Silence reigns for a moment until Thirst Trap just destroys it, coming over everybody's comms, yelling, cawing in victory, and after a moment, the usually subdued Trixie just joins in with just this raucous laughter, screaming, "You did it, we did it. Let's fucking go."
I think Fiasco definitely joins in, but not like as raucous, just like, yeah! Woo!
Jeez!
Go team!
Flatbound's exhausted. She just did a bunch of running around. Like, yeah, it's a mech, but it's only half size. It's basically a power suit. It was like a marathon. So she's just like, woo.
You head out back towards.
Do our mechs have headlights, or are we just in like darkness?
You have lights.
We have light up sketches on our mechs.
I imagine some of you have like those little glow in the dark stars pocked all over your paneling.
Are my bass strings like glow in the dark?
I hope so. I feel like they should be.
My glowing blue Hatsune Miku hair tendrils are definitely glow in the dark.
You jettison out of the end of this hangar bay, back into space, and repeating the journey that you made behind an asteroid, but free floating now on your own steam, going straight towards the epoch. You look back and you see these mammoth ships. Every ship in the blockade now is sort of off kilter. All the lights are gone, thrusters are dead. They're trapped by the gravity of free Sanjak now, floating in orbit. You regain the epoch, you reboard, and Carlisle welcomes you back with just glee and hugs and just the most warm and relieved reception you think she's ever given you.
I feel like Carlisle and Dagna probably have like a bear hug off to see who passes out first from lack of oxygen.
Have you got a trigger for that? Do you want to roll it?
What? Not me! Both of them.
I don't have stats for Carlisle, unfortunately.
My trigger would be survive.
And just victory reigns for a good few moments. Trixie and Dagna come around and give you all great big hugs and grin in your face. He absolutely looks at you, Fiasco, Thirst Trap, says, "Geez, can I just give you a little peck?"
Sure. Yeah.
And he just gives you the softest, sweetest little peck on the cheek that lingers for maybe a second more than a strict peck. That's
absolute red face, like basically anime level of.
When they back away, same. Like you can tell the shades.
Tom and Jerry eyeballs coming out of the eyeballs.
Like the imprint of the heart coming out of the chest, like boom, boom, boom.
So, Renegade has trailed behind absolutely everyone, like coming in, and has withdrawn from the celebratory vibe a little bit. And when Trixie, is like going around and being like, "Thank you," she quietly says, "Thanks for saving my life."
You've more than earned that. We couldn't have done a fraction of this without you, all of you. There's no way we were going to leave you behind.
She quietly, I don't know if there's going to be people within earshot, and she quietly kind of confesses to Trixie. Part of me kind of wishes you did, and then she'll walk away.
She lets you go. She turns back to the rest of you, pulls Dagna off of Fiasco, and just turns and looks at you, Valkyrie, and says, "To free Sanjak?"
To freedom.
That sounds like something to celebrate with ice cream.
Well, I suggest
you
pack
may
up.
not have died, but I still know where the stash is.
I suggest you pack all you can get, because I don't think they have any down there. But
no ice cream? Why did we even save the place?
Why do you think the place needs saving, Fiasco? Like, they need ice cream down there. Come on, this is what we're here for.
Okay. Yeah, we can be the bringers of ice cream to this place.
They deserve that, and we deserve to be that for them. Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Why doesn't everyone take 5 and we get together to celebrate in full?
Oh, we could just go down there. Let's go.
Give us a minute. I think I'm going to start by saying directly that I thought I was going to die, so I thought a lot of us were going to die, so I think we can take 5 minutes.
You take 5 minutes, you lot. You go get a drink, you get your ice cream. I'm going to plot a course. We're going down there?
Well, Yeah,
Well, do we
I'm
know
at
how
least.
long the blackout's gonna last?
Everyone looks at Trixie and we were told up to a week, if not more.
We've
Like,
got
forgive
time.
us, our friends down there, and we haven't seen her
No,
in.
no, I'll be joining you very quickly. I think just 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking. If
Oh,
you
I got plot, of course.
if you're willing to wait, just 5 minutes. That's it.
Carlisle says, "I'll plot a course. It'll take us an hour or two to get down there."
Alrighty.
Yes, ma'am. Carlisle goes up to the bridge, plots a course, and you begin descending. What would you like to do before you burst through the atmosphere?
Get the secret ice cream stash from the oven.
The drawer that no one uses.
The drawer that no one uses.
It's actually refrigerated.
I think Valkyrie is gonna join you both initially. She's gonna get like a bowl though, and she is going to like scoop a couple of things of ice cream and then go check on Renegade, because I did for the sake of seeing what would happen, I rolled a read a situation check to see if she picked up on how Lex was doing. I rolled a 15, which I think is high enough to notice. So I think she heads over to wherever she last saw Lex going, and she has a bowl of ice cream.
Thinking that she was headed for her quarters. She turned into a specific hallway, and you're like, yeah, okay.
She does.
You hear from the other side of the door kind of a muffled come in, and then the door, the door opens automatically, I guess, but it's just Lex sitting on the ground. It looks like she was leaning against the door.
Well,
you got Talia stashed. Nice.
It's not for me, it's for you, silly.
When you're like upset and you just don't feel like eating, that's kind of where Lex is at right now. And she says, not really in the mood for celebrating.
I take it whatever you had to deal with while we were separated was bad?
I mean, it wasn't good. When I told you, I said I would go wherever you go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% sure that I should.
Why?
I feel like, well, I guess the easiest way to explain is that the jig is up. I've been found out in a really big way, and let's just say that my mother made it very clear that she is going to make my life a living hell as long as I keep trying to do what I'm doing.
So
no, I don't hear this. No, what am I saying?
So because someone's coming after you, you think you don't want to join in on festivities or on going to see folks?
I understand that today was a win for the mission, at least for this part of the mission, but I don't know, Ari. like celebrating today.
Mackenzie? This is going to be our lives for a while. We just broke a political blockade on a extremely politically contentious region. We're going to be dealing with hell, whether it's from your family or someone else. I hate putting it this way, but you're not special in terms of people coming after you. And you're also not special in terms of people wanting to be here for you.
I know, I don't want to...
What?
She kind of shrugs and says, never mind. Here.
No, say it. Look. How often are you gonna keep things so close to you that you just hide them away till no one ever sees it?
I was hoping for as long as possible, but I guess you're
yeah,
not gonna let me do
we're in a
that.
situation where that's not gonna happen. It's Lex, I've already had most of my stuff leaked by people when I didn't want it to be. Everyone else is probably gonna have something at some point.
I just don't want my thing to be the thing that keeps everyone else from succeeding. I just don't want to be a liability to the team.
That's not your call to make. I think she moves up to you, like right in front of you, and like puts a hand on your shoulder, just very gently, and is like, Alexandra. That is not your call to make. And more importantly, get out of your own head. If things go bad, things go bad. There's no thing in the universe that's going to suddenly come by and say to all of us, this person fucked it up for all of us. And if you did, that happens. We can do the best that we want and try our hardest, and we still fail. That is what our lives are. That is what life is. We are not guaranteed failure. We are not guaranteed support. All we are guaranteed in its most beautiful and most horrible forms is possibility. For example, when I saw all of you as a possible team, I'm sure a lot of people thought there was nothing that was going to come of this group. And I wanted to take a chance. And you know what? This is possibly the best group I've ever worked with. Get out of your head.
I'm just tired of pretending I'm not scared.
Then don't. Be scared. Be scared with some fucking ice cream.
She'll take the ice cream and stand up from the doorway where she's sitting, and she'll say, I'm gonna spend 5 minutes with this ice cream, and then I'll join everyone else to celebrate.
If you feel okay with it, Anne, she reaches over and she gives she holds your head between her hands, and she gives like the softest, just slowest kiss on the head.
Five minutes.
5 minutes. I'll see you with everyone else, Renegade.
Of course. The door closes. She'll put the ice cream at her desk by the counter. She'll pick up the picture frame of her and her lover from months ago, and she'll say, hey Maverick, I did it. And then she'll put the picture frame down and eat the ice cream, and then 5 minutes later walk out of her room.
You all gather on the bridge with the wide windows of the epoch open before you. Not open, it's the vacuum of space, that would be stupid. But providing you a beautiful view as the blue planet of Free Sanjak draws closer and closer. And you are able to watch in each other's company, sharing ice cream, sharing drinks, as the epoch burns through the atmosphere and plunges through the clouds, and then suddenly you're free of it all. The sky down here is impossibly blue, the bluest you have ever seen. Oceans and lakes dominate the landscape, sparkling, eye-wateringly bright. There are mountain ranges, lush jungles, white sandy islands, entire continents terraformed to resemble silhouettes of animals and curated to contain perfect thematic biomes. It's so obviously artificial, and yet the raw beauty there is undeniable. You streak through the skies, and under Trixie and Dagna's direction, Carlyle guides the ship towards the foothills of the largest mountain range that you can see. You're heading for a valley, grassy and verdant, with a flowing river looping lazily downwards towards the sea. The ship sets down on the edge of a vast wheat field. You gather yourselves. Trixie and Dagna can hardly contain themselves. And as you step out, the wind swirls around you, bringing with it the scent of wood smoke and the sounds of children playing. From the top of the rise, you look down and you can see a settlement. Whitewashed villas strung along cobbled streets, fountains at every junction jetting forth crystal clear water. You stand and Trixie has a slate in her hands. She points it this way and that. Dagna looks impatiently over her shoulder, trying to press buttons, and she bats his hand away. They're honing in on something, searching for a signal. After a moment, they stop, smile, gesture for you to follow them down the hill. Before long, you've been spotted. You've probably already been spotted, these two massive ships making their way down to the surface and landing with an almighty noise. There are voices raised in the settlement, more in surprise and intrigue than in actual concern. And before you reach the bottom of the hill, you spot a lone figure, running. Down the street, out of the wide ornamental copper gates to the settlement. She, and it is clearly a woman, streaks up the hill, and before you know it, she has collided with Trixie and Dagna, throwing an arm around each of them, almost bringing them to the ground. They're wrapped around each other, laughing, crying, breathless with joy and the release of months of stress and terror. After a moment, this woman pulls back, looks to all of you, and Perry says, "Scrapper? Scrapper, are you really here?"
Hey there, gorgeous.
How? I don't understand. And she just runs, throws her arms around you.
She is having her close. She pulls out a pin from one of the pockets in her suit. This one was different. This one was it collapses in on itself and it reforms until it has a little crystal gem right on top of a ring.
Scrapper, we have a lot of catching up to do. Why don't you and your friends, hi, friends. You're all so welcome. Come, let me show you Free Sanjak. She holds onto your hand and tries to guide you down the hill towards the settlement. With her other hand, she reaches out to Trixie and Dagner, and they visibly restrain themselves from scooping her up. And you are led down. You are welcomed by people gathering in throngs at the gates, asking questions, and children poking at your hem of your pockets and asking about who you are and why you're here. And suddenly a small kid says, "Are you here to free us? Are you here to truly free Sanjak?"
Where?
You are welcomed in like old friends by your old friends, your new friends, and strangers alike. As the night draws in, an enormous bonfire is lit and the celebration rages until the small hours. You catch up, you share tales, and high above you in orbit, House Sand's ships drift listlessly, but not forgotten. That is all the story that we have for season 1 of Love in the Time of Mechs. But this story is not over. So, if all of you, for one last time this season, would like to go around and tell us who you are, who you've been, where we can get our fix of you from now on, and we'll talk about where we're going to go from here. Anne, are you in a position to start us off?
Sure. My name is Anne, also known as XO_Wonder, and I've been playing Renegade, our favorite blasty hacker. Feels a little weird signing off for season 1, but I'm excited to see where the next leg of our journey goes. If you want to see me do things, oh yeah, okay, so right now my schedule is pretty light. Hold on, let me see if I can get this shout out correctly. I am playing Vampire the Requiem over at DM Studios, so that is where you will find me for the next month or so, every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. I have a really fun character there. She has 2 brain cells, one for politics and one for violence. It's really quite fun. I have a lot of things that are still upcoming announcements in September, things dropping. Of course, I am in pre-production for Regency Remix, doing a whole new series with a whole new cast. That's all for me. If you want to be updated on all of the things that are going to be announced, Twitter is the place where I hang out and hype my projects up, and more importantly, hype my friends up, because I know some cool people and some of them are on screen with me right now, so you know. I want to give my heartfelt thanks to the audience, those who lurk and those who hang out in chat. It's been my greatest pleasure to be a part of this. I want to give a shout out to everybody at the table because I love you all, and also our producer, Sarah. Love Sarah.
Angela, I would come to you next. Are you in a position?
Yes. Hello there, lovelies. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here with us, whether you're someone who has been with us since the beginning, or someone who just joined for the finale. My name is Angela Lemos Moravejo. I use she, her pronouns, and I've been here for this season and our next season as Ariadne Belman, call sign Valkyrie, leader of the Harbinger's Lancer unit and former medic and member of the Lancers Merc unit Ragnarok. You can catch me on Thursdays here for Girls Run These Worlds for our Deviants the Renegades game, Dark Rites and Other Forms of Exploitation, where I'm playing an equally emotionally charged character of Tia Oliveira, who is having a time and may or may not be crushing on one to several people in the cast in terms of the other characters. And also, I have a few other writing things that haven't gone quite public yet, but just keep an eye out on my timeline and such for different things coming. And also, I am a freelance writer, as well as a freelance poet, a game designer with games up at Voice of the Phoenix at itch.io, as well as Philosophem for my poetry on Patreon, which is my main income support. And also, if you need a freelance musician to write you a theme, you can actually catch an example of it over on TTRPG's Tales from the Dewdrop campaign happening here. It's a little short series of Wander Home that happens on Tuesdays, where I wrote a little folk music piece for it, where I am playing a most delightful of old lady owls. But that is me, and I'll pass it over because I need more time to cry.
Amelia, hi, how are you?
I'm good. I feel like I'm going to ruin the emotional sensitivity with jokes now, so I apologize.
Fire away, please, for the love of God, because before the stream becomes too saccharine.
I think I wasn't going to if it got passed to me next.
I'm Amelia. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me on Twitter at am_rids_music. Yes, I've been playing Talia, or I guess the full name is Vidam Talia Mizzini. Oops. Royalty. Piloting our fucking pinball wizard. The only other thing that everyone liked that one. The only other thing that I do is I co-produce, edit, and I'm a player on Bring Your Own Mech, which is another Lancer actual play podcast. I'm the voice of Matcha. I do all the music for it. I'm also a freelance editor and musician if you would like to commission me for things. As Darcy said, the whole album slaps. I have an album
slaps.
Bring Your Own Mixtape, Volume 1.
You can use that as a testimonial. It fucking slaps.
It slaps. What do I do anything else? Not really. That's basically all the plug.
Just that enormous...
Find the show Twitter at OwnMech, I guess. I don't know.
The only thing Amelia does is one of the most successful Lancer podcasts. It's just a small thing.
But I guess as a bonus thing, we recorded a thing last night. I'm not going to spoil it, except for our Patreons. But I'm not going to make any promises. But because our season 1 just ended, we're in a hiatus. Season 2, if I'm right, should be premiering in October.
You had it here first. Don't
really know yet. We have yet to record anything substantial, but
it's an exclusive, folks.
Mm-hmm. Exclusive.
Take this one to the bank.
So if you like emotions, queers, and robots, and me rolling bad for the back half of the entire season,
we love that. Who wouldn't love that? Please go and find that. Gask, hi, hello.
Hello, my name is Gask, and if you're here looking for exclusives, I have one for you, and that's that Fiasco's tummy was really sore during that last stretch of the epilogue because he's lactose intolerant, but he was being really brave about it. As for what I'll be doing when I'm not here, I'll be still starring on our good friend Tavernauts channel, as we're also doing a sci-fi there, where we're doing heists and scum and villainy. It's fun. I got traumatized twice already. I think that I still if I get traumatized every episode, I think I can get my character out of commission by the end of this. So that's the goal, I think. Also, another link there is that Tav is currently looking for people for September. He's running a bunch of Masks superhero games, and it's all going to culminate into an RPG-a-thon at the end of the month, all raising funds for abortion funds for, I can't remember the name of the charity. They all have alphabet soup in front of them, but good cause. That there's a reason why I'm not running these things, but yeah, so sign up if you can. I'm sure a few of us here in the channel have already signed up, and might see some familiar faces there. And yeah, it's been a fun wacky time, you guys.
Yeah, lighthearted, full of jokes. We're glad to have had you along for the ride.
And now I'll have a naked upper lip for how many months?
Let's not count the months. It's a terrifying
Yeah,
prospect.
I'll count the hours. I'll count the seconds.
And yeah, I have been JC Darcy this whole time. Surprise, it's me. I'm a writer, game designer, GM, shameless putter togetherer of people. I will continue to be on the Lost Caravan playing more Lancer with the Necromancers every Sunday until they forcibly remove me. I'm going to still be here on Girls Run These Worlds, but I'm going to dive behind the scenes. I'm going to be involved in some amazing fall programming here. There's some great stuff coming up. Just find me on Twitter. I spend too much time there and talk about myself a disturbing amount. So find me there and you'll learn more than you ever wanted to. I have to say an enormous thank you to everybody here, everybody at Girls Run These Worlds. This cast has been incredible. From a list of names that I got to choose from and put together, I could not have picked a better cast. You have all been so incredible and made this so special. Everybody at Girls Run These Worlds has made this happen. The founders, Sarah and Ryu and Naja and Jazz, for creating this space and allowing us to tell this story. We love you so much. Thank you for putting this into the world. Everybody else who is there contributes in some small way to making it an incredibly welcoming and supporting place. If you have been inspired by any of this, please look for casting calls, look for the creator app is always pinned on Girls Run World's Twitter. Come and tell your stories. It can be an amazing experience. Can speak from actual real life experience. If you have liked the look of any of the resources that I have used as a GM for this game, the maps, the music, the portraits, the background art, I'm not going to sit here and shout it all out. What I've decided I'm going to do is tomorrow I'm going to post a great big Twitter thread with all those resources of where you can find them and use them for yourself if that has been something that has looked nice to you. And the only other thing to say for now is, speaking of casting calls, we've got one opening tomorrow. If you would like to be part of Waterdeep Anatomy, a Dungeons and Dragons medical procedural drama.
It's an all clerics.
All
situation.
clerics. It just sounds absolutely bonkers wonderful. Casting opens for that tomorrow. Follow Girls Run These Worlds. Just no matter your experience, if you just want to get involved, if you've never streamed before, it does not matter. Throw in an application. Everyone is considered equally, and it can be absolutely amazing. Highly recommend it. We are going to raid. I have lost it because people are talking in our chat. No raid? We're not. Okay, no raid. Go and find somebody cool. Come back here. Roll for Luck is tonight, so go get some food, go chill out, and then come back here and watch some more D&D. Thank you, everybody, for watching and chatting and supporting. I can't believe we don't get to do this next week. But, oh, that's the other, yeah, we are coming back. We're getting a season 2. I knew there was something I meant to announce. Watch out. We'll be here in January with season 2 with hopefully all these people. And we're going to pick up that story exactly where we left it.
Fiasco will return.
He will return.
That's
Exactly
why
what
they
I left it.
call him Fiasco.
If you stay after the end credits, you'll see there'll be an empty corridor and it'll light up one light at a time. And once the final light hits, there'll be a silhouette, and somehow even through the silhouette you can see the mustache.
Fiasco
And then it fades to black and says he will return.
Fiasco 007, you only
Beta.
shotgun once.
Perfect. Just stick around for that. Subscribe on Ko-fi, and you too can get that straight to your inbox. But yes, we will be back. We're going to take a little break. We're going to think about our story. We're going to be back in the new year. And we hope that you will join us. Thank you so much for being with us on this crazy ride. We will see you soon. Bye.